Band-Aid gang. Welcome everybody to this live stream that we got going on tonight. Welcome to the most close-knit family on YouTube. We beat you. You done missed. I ain't said a word, but you know what I'm saying. I said, damn. I'm with the
Real Angel
and Diamond Gang, and we beat you. Band-Aid gang.
Hey y'all.
Y'all get here. So what's going on, Diamond? We gonna go ahead and get deep up into it, man. It's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the country. We got a lot of unsolved unalivings. We got the Nolan Wells. It's a lot. You know what's crazy to me, y'all? Everybody, what's one thing that's really crazy to me is how, isn't it kind of ironic how the how all of a sudden no one's talking about Carmelo Anthony anymore? You notice that?
Right. I was just thinking that, and I think that they just assumed that he got his time and that's it. But I know that eventually they're going to most likely have a new trial. So hopefully he gets a new trial. They do have a new judge that is going to decide on if the judge prior, Judge Roach, actually gets recused. Um
Judge
and
Roach.
he
That's a
removes
bad
them
name to
from.
have. Judge Roach. I know it took a really a long time to get used to a name Roach. Like, damn, that that could have been hurtful if you was in high school. If your last name was Roach. I knew a girl named Roach in high school. Last name was Roach.
Yeah.
That's a tough
Hopefully
last
he.
name to have, y'all. Power to the Roaches.
Right. Power to the Beatles.
Power to the Roaches. If your last name Roaches, more power to you. Hey, Miss Liz,
Yeah.
I'm about to drop the link in the chat.
So hopefully he gets removed from the case and they get granted a new trial. It
Uh-huh.
is coming up soon. I believe it's sometime in August. Um, I forgot exactly what date it is. I believe it's in the middle of August, where the judge is going to listen to everything that they have to say and going to make the decision on removing him or not. Hopefully he
Well, it's
removes
really
him
good.
because when he did that interview, when he did an interview on television talking about the case, he definitely showed bias to, Carmelo. And so it definitely would not be a good thing for him to be staying on the case especially if they have new evidence they want to present. If they won't, it's just not going to be healthy to keep him on that case. So
But
hopefully
it's
it
just so
goes in
crazy.
Carmelo's favor.
But it's so crazy how everything's just to the next, to the next, to the next case. Just so many ways to actually change narratives. They just so many distractions going on right now, y'all. And I thought about that today. It's funny that you said you thought about it. It's like the Nolan Wells trial. This case is taking over way faster. I couldn't even tell the difference when it took off between him and Carmelo Anthony. I thought it was the same person because the Carmelo
Well,
Anthony went by so fast. You know what I'm saying? Like, boom, when
exactly.
they were
Well,
showing Nolan Wells, I thought that was still Carmelo Anthony. I'm like, whoa.
it's two different
Ask
cases.
yourself that,
But see,
everybody that's watching. Ask yourself that. You couldn't really tell the difference because it was just a quick rollover. Hello, Miss Liz.
Hey, Miss Liz.
hey, Miss
Good
Liz.
evening, everybody. How's
Hey, and
everybody
you know
doing?
what? Mississippi, here you go. You know what I'm
Oh,
What
saying?
Mississippi
man.
do with
I'm
this
telling you,
diamond?
Mississippi. Hey, Miss
Hey.
Liz know everything there is about Mississippi now. She could definitely talk
You
about the
can't forget
Nolan
that. Me too.
Wells
Not
case.
everything there is, but my mother
Well,
definitely does.
See
Hey,
them?
David, how you
She's
doing?
highly
See them
educated.
knows too, right?
Very
Yeah, I
highly
know. I love
educated.
Mississippi. People always
Yeah.
try to talk bad about Mississippi, but there's no place
M
like no
I S S
Mississippi.
I S S I
I
P
love
P.
it. I love the
Right.
Every
air.
day.
I love
Every
the
day
people.
Mississippi's in the news.
But you gotta look
I'm a
at it
country
though.
West
Any
Coast boy.
southern state right now, right now, I encourage all kids that are, teenagers, don't go in groups off places right now. This is the wrong time to be going in the woods camping and going on
Man, I had
boats
a whole
and
conference call
all
with
of that.
mine.
Yeah, we cannot do that right now. I
Don't
mean,
go
Well,
nowhere
what was that
with
yeah,
conference
we
call
nobody.
have to.
about, Miss Liz?
I had a whole
You had a
conference
conference
call
call. I
with
want to hear you
mine.
folks.
I had a
What you tell
conference
them in that
call with
conference call?
mine. I told them don't go nowhere with nobody unless their last name is Jackson. Don't go nowhere with nobody.
Even black, you don't even go nowhere with black people. You don't
Don't
go
go
nowhere with their own
nowhere.
kind.
Don't go nowhere with nobody unless their
Are you
last
talking about
name is Jackson.
Miss Liz? We know that's been going on for years in Mississippi. Make sure you guys hit that like button, man. We got if you want to donate to the channel, support the channel. We got the Content Kings 123 is in the chat. If you want to super chats, run it up, y'all. Support the channel because I wasn't gonna go live today, but I said, you know what? I'm gonna keep my momentum going. You know what I'm saying? We do got a live tomorrow. I was gonna bring that live up today, but then I said, you know what? Now let me go ahead and get this ball back rolling and just do them all type of ways. I said, damn, hit the like button, y'all. I got a whole bunch of sage burning right now, getting them evil spirits out of here. What's up, Damon? Boy, I got the whole house smelling like armpits right now, gang.
Uh-oh.
Everybody put the everybody put the praying hands up. I need prayer. Angel needs prayer. We all prayer for her father that he gets a speedy recovery. So, we both got some bad news in our family today. And, but everything has been going good because only the person that has the last say so, y'all, is that man upstairs.
That's right.
And, that man upstairs, y'all, he got the last say so. So, I'm thankful for him. He's been working wonders in our life, and life has ups and downs. And through all the triumph, y'all, we shall overcome. So, everybody, let's dive right into this, y'all. But I would appreciate you guys' prayers for me and Angel, praying for her father, praying for my son, um, and and we both got bad news today that they both were hospitalized, and it hit different, and in my mind I was like, you know what, this is a sign for us to just even go harder. So everybody in life, when you feel like there's something that's trying to break you down, use that as momentum, use that as motivation to come harder. If it ain't a lesson, it's a blessing, and you know what I'm saying. And I'm standing on it. We got good news today, and there it is. So I saw this today. Um, And I thought we could just do a little commentary about it, keep the momentum going, Band-Aid gang. Let me get Diamond back up here. So if you don't want to donate to the channel, which is Content Kings 123, um, then feel free to make sure to just please hit the like button or super chats. Anything helps the channel. It keeps us going. It keeps us motivated as your CCs to keep giving you content because it do take time for me to put videos together. Now this one right here is pretty good. I said, you know what? Let me reach out to my number one subscribers. How I started. Now everybody know that we have jumped into the Mo3 case in the Mo3 trial that's upcoming, and we're gonna stand on that and where we come from. But I'm doing it for my people too. I can't let them down. So let's go ahead. This is breaking news.
A story making national headlines advanced in Nashville today.
It's the story of Nolan Wells, and it wasn't just his family who spoke. Wells, of course, is the 18-year-old whose body was found days after a 4th of July boat trip.
WSMV's Amber Jayons reports the questionable deaths of his and other young black men were the focus today.
3 photos line the stage where civil rights.
3 photos. Let's talk about it. But then you know what, Band-Aid gang, everybody up here, Diamond gang, Miss Liz. Oh, it should be a whole row of photos. That whole room should be full of pictures. That whole room should be full of pictures. What about all them unmasked graves that was found in Mississippi? We ain't talk about that, right? A lot of people didn't carry that story when we should have. My mother told me to carry it. Miss Liz told me to carry that story. But let's not forget about how many bodies was it, Miss Liz?
It was
Them unmasked grave that was in Mississippi.
Oh,
All those bodies.
You talking about behind the jail?
behind jail.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. I think it was 20 if
How
I'm
is there missing
I thought it was
bodies
more than
behind
that.
the
I thought it
jail?
was hundred,
it
over
might
a
have been.
hundred.
It might have been Diamond. You might be right.
It
It
was
might
over
have
a
been.
hundred, if I'm not mistaken. It was over 100 that they found behind that
Oh,
jail.
over 100 bodies behind the jail. But ain't nobody talk about that long, did they?
Mm-mm.
What made us really miss that, y'all? Well, I don't know what was trending then,
Because
but if that had
Mississippi
happened
is
during
been one
the
of the.
Carmelo Anthony and this up in the Nolan Wells, oh my God. But let's not forget that. All the people, thank you. Hey, Nurse 59. We love
Hey,
you.
nurse.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Let's not forget about that. It should be a lot of more pictures in this room. But let's go ahead and let's see what they talking about, gang. This breaking news. This just came out about an hour ago. I looked at it and said, let me jump up out of the bed and support the elder, what they like to be called seasoned. Let's support the seasoned people because my day ones. Let's go.
Attorney Ben Crump spoke during the National Urban League Conference at Music City Center.
I
Tyler
sure hope he
Smith,
spoke better
Nolan
than what he
Wells, and
did when he
Daniel
read that
Irving all
autopsy.
died while out celebrating with
Wait a
friends.
minute. What happened, Miss Liz? Talk to me.
I said I sure hope he spoke better than what he did when he read that autopsy.
What happened? I
He
missed it.
was
Tell me
he
what.
was very vague because the most and key things that we heard was
Hey,
that he
just
was
being me.
missing the neck and that he had the redness that was showed trauma from the back of his head. That alone, what I'm trying to figure out is this is how situations occur, right? Since there's still an open investigation, they're making excuses on why they're not going to release the information of the autopsy, the first autopsy, to the
Oh, the
public.
state's
But the
autopsies is
ones that
out.
should get the information is his parents. Am I correct? Why they haven't received the information from the first autopsy? They might not release it to the public, but the two people that should know the information is the parents.
Thank you, just being me.
The state autopsy was released about 2 hours ago.
Now,
But
now, let me. Can
Oh,
I
it
say one
was?
thing?
yeah, it was released. It's just ain't telling us it hadn't been released to the public. It was released to
Right,
the
but the
grand
parents
jury.
were the parents is hearing what. But see, my thing is, I can't trust anything that's going on there because you know that female coroner, it has been involved in all the mysterious unalivings of black boys. It's about four of them. Am I correct?
Yeah, she's
Yes.
shady. She's suspect, I should say. She's suspect.
I don't know her name, audience. I don't know her name, but this lady is she has always been involved with these doing the work, of the autopsies of these unalivings of these black men,
Hmm.
Okay.
and
The
it's just a
the young
weird.
man that hung himself at the college that was found hanging
Mm-hmm.
at the college. She said that was
Yep.
suicide.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
She is always trying to cover up for the white supremacy that's going on in Mississippi. Mississippi has a long train of that, but it's
Oh,
got to a
let
point
me say
now.
something. Welcome, gibberish. Am I saying that right, Diamond? Am I pronouncing that
Gib-
right, Miss Liz?
gibberish.
Um,
Gib-
Gibberish.
gibberish
gibberish,
Nation.
gibberish nation.
Gibberish Nation. Welcome. So Gibberish Nation says, well, as a huge party, drinking on an island only shade, with only shade was man-made. Dehydration and passing out is most likely. Okay. Many people get sunstroke out on the horn. So can anybody
But if
break
that's
this
the
down?
case, why didn't all of them get sunburned and pass out and get dehydrated? You can't just single
Wait
out
a
one
we
person.
talking
So
wait a
why
minute.
did he tell them to leave him on the island? If it sounds like they're implying that he was drunk
So,
and sunstroke. So if he was drunk and sunstroke, he
Why
wouldn't
did
have
they
had
leave
wait a
them
told them
minute.
there?
to
They could
leave
have
him
carried
on the
them.
island.
Right, they would have
Wait a
carried
damn
them
minute.
to.
Wait a damn minute, Diamond. Now, we got a Band-Aid gang. We've been doing this shit for too long. Now, gibberish, make sure you subscribe to the channel. But I gotta line the gang up. This is what we do. So there cannot really be no stroke, right? Or because we are melanated people. We absorb the sun. Black
Mm-hmm.
people
Correct.
survive. Let's not forget about
Mm-hmm.
melanin in our skin. So we're gonna knock that
Mm-hmm.
out the box. There cannot
Right.
be no dehydration. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
it can't be no dehydration, and it
Mm-hmm.
can't be no sunstroke because melanated people
Mm-hmm.
absorb
Absorb
the sun.
heat. Yep.
So we're gonna knock that out the box. So there's that can't be now dehydration, maybe yeah, but sunstroke, I just all these people out
Been
there
But
putting
it
it
still
dehydrated.
doesn't give a
Couldn't have
purpose
been
of why they
dehydrated.
even
C
leave them
Dub. He was an
there.
athlete. He was an athlete. He wasn't dehydrated.
Right.
right. He knows how to get his body, right? Let's be correct. He knows how to get them fluids back in his body. Let's not forget when these boats are out there. Look, gang, let's be for real. If my ass is dehydrated and I feel like I'm about to die, I'm gonna jump in the goddamn water. I'm gonna get well. I'm gonna splash. I'm gonna splash on your ass. I'm gonna jump off that boat, woo, and give me a good wake me up. You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna wake my ass up, gang. Come on, think about it. If you know, gang, that you about to stroke out, you know what I'm saying? You about to pass out, and you know you need it's too hot. Your ass gonna jump in that water.
Well, let's be clear. I did.
I'm
I
just
did
saying.
actually hear the audio of the emergency call, and you can hear them clear as day talking to Noel, saying that can we cover this up X Y Z. Now there was a professional that cleared up the call so we can hear what was in the background from the person that called, and you can hear them talking. You can hear what they're saying. So for them to say, "Oh, he stayed behind because he wanted to," that's not what's coming out. We're starting to
Mm.
find out that they are completely lying to try to cover themselves. And I feel like who should be in trouble the most is the damn parents that allowed them to drink at that party. Okay.
Pause. Pause. Let
Mhm.
me ask you something. They should be in trouble anyway because
Okay, great.
maritime
Got you,
law,
great.
maritime law, whoever was driving that boat, whoever was on that boat should be charged with driving under the influence of operating a boat. Why haven't they been charged with that?
They should have got charged with a lot of things, but see, the thing is, for them to try to lie. Now, see what the mom is doing. The mom and the father is doing, which the mom just filed paperwork to get the ownership of the estate. She of Nolan's estate. She is actually suing the phone companies to get the deleted phone conversations that they deleted. See, the problem is people assume that those deleted messages that they deleted out of Nolan's phone, they can't be received. Yes, they can. And that's what
Hmm.
she's doing. She's going about it the right way. But I really believe that she should be trying to get them prosecuted. Not just going after them civilly. I want criminal charges to be placed. You gotta look at it. Even if they say, "Oh, I didn't do it," you still have all those people, all those kids that was out there, including the parents that were around him. So they are still, suspects. They should be arrested for something.
Well, let's
But
let's let's
And
pause.
let's let's engage. Let's engage with the
and
audience. We're going
right.
about to engage. Robert,
Okay.
thank you, Robert. Robert says, playing devil advocate. Miss Liz, I want you to go ahead and answer this question. Playing devil's advocate here. So we're playing devil's advocate here. This is what Robert thinks. He says, okay, he did have a heat death due to alcohol. Now that's okay. Oh, okay, alcohol. Wouldn't the last person to see him alive be responsible for negligent manslaughter?
No.
And
Well,
why? Why do you feel that, Miss Liz?
No. He would have had to consume an awful lot of alcohol to to be to be unalived like that. No.
I actually
No.
heard of a recording of someone saying there was a lady that wrote that said that she was there at a party that they were at,
You know what I
and
think
she
happened? I'm gonna
said,
let Diamond
The
finish.
whole
"Hold on,
thing
hold
is,
on."
why
She
was he
said,
left?
"Right,
Let's
but
make it make
listen,
sense. Why was he
this
left there?
right, but
He
this girl wrote a message on IG on Twitter or IG or whatever, and she was saying that she was there at the party, and Nolan got into a fight at the pool party. They were apparently one of the boys or multiple of the boys were doing snugs and they were doing drinking. Okay, and
Okay.
they all got into a fight at the pool party. So what she's saying is what they're saying happened at the somewhere else on the island or whatever. That's not what happened. It was at the pool party. Now I don't know how true it is, but she did allude that there was a fight that he was involved in. Now, if this is correct, we have a bigger problem because now you got them saying he was one place and he was somewhere else when this situation happened. How did he get the redness on the back of his head? Why would they keep his throat with his organs? All of that. It just to me it seems very suspicious
Now,
on why the family is not being notified of what's going on with his body before it
well,
even went for the
I've
second.
heard rumors because y'all I'm already on a case right now. See, now y'all
Hmm.
trying to get me started. I should have never came over here and start messing with y'all because now y'all gonna get me all up into this shit, and then I'm gonna
Yeah,
start popping their ass
it's
again.
a good
So let's
case to
just
get. It's a good
it's
case
a
to get
very
on.
good
See
case
the. See
because,
the.
and my thing is, everybody has their
I'm already on
opinions
a
about this
case.
case. Right. I'm just saying everybody has
But
their
I'm saying,
opinions on
Diamond,
this case right now.
You did this, Diamond. Now you got me interested. So let me
Did
say
I?
something. On little bits and pieces of shit that I put together. Now the back of the redneck. Now I'm gonna do my thing a little bit. Back of the neck. Now listen, because I'm not gonna be biased to anything. That's how we win every time. So the redness on the back of the neck. Okay, that's all we got.
The back of the
Okay,
head, on the back of the
Back of
back
the
head, not
head.
head.
Okay,
not the
back
back
head.
of the neck,
But
the back of
is
the
it a
head.
wound? Is it? Let's be real. Is it a
No, it
lump?
was it was
No,
redness.
it
It
was just
showed some
redness. Like
type of
maybe
It
somebody
trauma.
could have
like
been anything. Let's
that
be
It
could have.
real.
showed trauma.
That could be
It
anything,
showed
right?
trauma.
It showed trauma. So that means that something happened to the
Right.
back of his head. So in
But
order
let's
for
kill
you
the
to have
narrative.
redness like that, that means something blunt force hit the back of his head to
But
cause that.
but okay, let me give you my little view because I've been watching in and out on this. I haven't dove into this shit, but I've tiptoed around it because I've had a lot going on. But and if you want me to dig in, I might dig in. I'm gonna start following up. I've been thinking about getting into this, but when I look at the situation when I first just start peeping it, when you started to have people, and let's go back a little bit, y'all. Just from where I know, um, it is definitely foul play, and everybody knows that. It's definitely
Absolutely.
it is definitely
Absolutely.
foul play. I didn't get into this audience, but I'm about to engage. I didn't get into this, but I can, and I will. But here's the thing: foul play, definitely in all type of angles. But there were also people that was there, and I'm just giving you what little bits that I know because I'm doing another case that were starting to dry snitch. It was a couple of girls. I seen the text messages between the two females. There were some text messages, and they were talking. I'm not getting on here acting like I know everything because this is not the case I'm following. But I'm just this little bit right here. When I saw these three faces, and I'm gonna press play right here because this just came out about an hour ago, it grasped my interest. Now, when I started seeing the text messages, yes, I could have investigated and dug deep, right? There was also where the boat was going. I'm not gonna sit here act like I know it all, but just from glimpsing, oh, definitely foul play. Definitely. It seemed
Hmm.
like something happened. I'm gonna just be honest. It's something that happened between a group of people. They panicked. Some people were closer than others. I don't know what made them go to the extreme to go take this body back to where it was, back to this island. and drop it
I
off.
think it
But
was the
I know
parents.
that they took this body back. They took his body back. There is
And
no
clean the
doubt
boat.
that they took
Right. And
his
there is a
body
picture
back.
of some alleged blood on the boat that someone
Hmm.
took. And my thing is this, right? The parents of the ones that was at that pool party, I would like to know their names first off. And I believe that if they were inviting these kids to have a pool party, drink and do whatever they were doing, and they got into it at at that pool party, they are then responsible for those people at their house.
Okay,
So what
right,
I
Diamond,
think,
Diamond, Diamond. Let me cut you off.
mhm,
I'm about to
Drinking
engage.
age, drinking age is 21 in the state of Mississippi. Those
Right,
children were 18 years old. Nolan Wells was
right.
18, 19
Yeah,
years
we
old.
know that.
So
Yeah,
he
yeah.
was far from 21.
Right.
So
right.
they were illegally drinking.
Not to
So they
mention
were
the
on a
judge,
boat drinking and driving.
right? Not to mention the
Well,
judge that
Boating
is
and drinking
child
and
was there,
driving.
I'm going.
that she
I'm
made
going
them
to
delete all their
engage, Diamond. I
phones.
didn't mean to cut you off,
No,
Diamond.
it's
I didn't mean
okay.
to cut you off.
No, it's
I'm
okay.
about to
But
engage. I'm about to
hmm
engage with this question for you. Okay. Do you know if the driver was drinking? Why didn't his own mother contact Coast Guards to start looking for her son? Y'all have no idea how Mississippi is. Yes, we do. We're from Mississippi. Miss Liz from Mississippi. My mama from
what?
Mississippi.
So first of
Mississippi
all,
people, man. I'm sorry about that.
how would Nolan's mom know that they're drinking? She's not
Wow.
there. The
Well,
ones
they
that
were
are there
drinking
is
at.
some of
No,
those
no.
the
Okay, my bad,
boys
my
that
bad.
was there. Parents was around this situation. There was also other fights that were occurring around this situation that the other students, I mean other students, other people that were there were saying. Now I'm not saying if they were true statements or not, but they were saying there was
Okay,
multiple fights, right? So there
right.
was there was adults there. Okay, so my thing is this: if something happens to a minor or said adult, quote unquote, teenager, and there's adults, grown adults that are there present,
Okay.
and something happens, they should be held responsible too.
Who the parents? Who the parents?
The people, the kids that were there, not Nolan's parents, because Nolan's parents weren't there. I'm talking about the kids that were there having these parties, that was hanging out on this island. There was adults there. They weren't by themselves. And for the judge son that was involved in this situation, she made them delete all their phone messages and social media. She should
That's
be
foul play.
disbarred for that. She should be disbarred.
Absolutely.
She really should be in trouble for that, because she
Absolutely.
tried to cover, she's covering up for her
So
son and
where is the
everybody
proof?
else.
Hold on, but let me say this. Let's get to the meat and potatoes.
And then I'll
Where?
add to that.
Go ahead, Miss Liz.
She said he
You
said
want to
what
add to
put
what
the
I'm
question
saying?
put that back up. Put
Right.
that
Okay, got it.
She said, why didn't his own mother contact the Coast Guard? Well, she didn't contact the Coast Guard. She contacted the Cajun Navy, which is a group of volunteers in the state of Mississippi that when things like this happen, they go out and search for people, which is a private search group. That's who she contacted. That's who really found the body, the Cajun Navy. So they here's the thing, y'all, and I'm just gonna
They
throw this
probably
out
didn't
here,
think that he was ever going to get found. How about that?
that too. But you know what this is over? I think if you go back and listen to the interviews, Katie knows this is over her, and it's gonna come out that this young man was unalived over Katie.
Because they kept saying it was over Nolan's phone. What was in Nolan's phone that everybody was upset about? What was in Nolan's phone? Was it naked pictures of Katie? Was it sex video? What was there messages that they didn't want to get out, or it was something? It was something, because they, you remember, they keep saying it was something with with them trying to take Nolan's phone. Why would you want to take his phone for unless you got there's something in there that you don't want to get leaked out? Maybe it's one of the boys that was there. Had some dirt on him or something.
I believe they jumped him
Yeah.
That
and they
Miss Liz,
overdid it.
now Miss Liz,
Huh?
I totally agree with you, Diamond. Diamond, you're going there. I don't think it was about who the girl they was. Nah.
But it was
I don't think
something that was in
them
that
hiding the
phone for
phone.
them to constantly say, "Take, give me," because he kept saying, "Give me my phone back." That's what a lot of them were saying. That, especially I think the light skinned boy said, that was
Oh,
there.
when
He
can
said
we
there was something
believe
about
the
a phone.
children though? Because children are what creatures of havoc. You know, some of the shit the parents don't even know about. Oh, I know you like me,
Mm.
man. I think they like me. I'm just gonna keep it a bean. The
Right.
parents
So
don't.
Mark
Maybe the
said,
parents who didn't know parents who didn't know parents that the house where the kicking house. Everybody know there was a kicking house, right, Diamond? Did you have a kicking house in your neighborhood where the parents let the kids do a little bit more than other parents would let the kids do, right? But that don't mean them parents knew everything,
well, one of
right?
them said that the parents seen that they got into the fight at the girl that said that they got into a fight at the pool party. The parent, one of the wife
These kids
told
smarter
them,
than you
kick them
think.
out, kick them
Well,
out. Yeah, she kicked
when the
them out.
parents are
Well,
kicking it in when the parents are kicking it with the kids, 9 times out of 10, the parents are more drunker than the kids. They don't see everything that's going on.
that's exactly my point. She was drunk.
Yeah, okay, talk to me.
Their parents was drunk, and she realized that they kept
Right.
fighting, and she kicked them out the house. Now, mind you, that
Now after that, listen,
alone.
now, hold on, Diamond. After that point, when the parents kick him out the house, the parents say, "Get out." No, all right. They don't know what's going on. They're drunk. They're like, all right. Now, the rest is on the kids. The kids. Let's talk about it, Band-Aid gang. The kids know some shit. Leave the parents alone. You don't go to a limit. You just can't say the parents know. The parents need to be. Everybody has had the kicking house with the parents. Leave them people alone. Let's talk about it. Leave them people, leave the mom and them alone. The lie is with the creature of havoc, with them lying ass kids, and we all got lying ass kids. Stop playing. Now what they got to do is they got to see who gonna roll over, who gonna get scared, who
Yeah,
gonna get scared, and tell it all.
you got to bring a dog in there that's gonna scare the hell out of them.
What you say? What kind of dog, Miss Leas? A
You
Belgian
gonna have to
Malinois, Pit Bull, Rottweiler? What type of dog gonna do it to him?
some dogs that look like horses.
You know who should be on this case
Them
that
damn
ain't gonna be
dogs
on
that look
this
like
case?
one of them dogs that look
It
like
ain't
horses.
nothing but a hound dog.
Hey,
You have to
Miss
bring one
Liz.
of them up in there.
Miss Liz, who
Bring
was
a
the
hound
guy
dog.
that was supposed to have took on that position for
German
prosecuting
Shepherd. German
the
Shepherd.
cases? What
German
was his
Shepherd.
name?
No, it ain't no German Shepherd. Hold on, damn. It ain't no German Shepherd. The dog look like a damn horse, a pony or something. I don't know what you
Bring that
call it.
German Shepherd. I'm with
A
Mark.
German Shepherd.
What's that? Mark Matuna. Well, I'm with him. Bring that German Shepherd in there. Or that Belgian Malinois. Bring that nigga up in there.
You
He
gonna
gonna
have to
find out
bring a
what's going on.
dog in there to
Hey,
scare them
Miss
motherfuckers.
Liz, Miss Liz, real quick. Who
I'm
is the
listening.
person that was
Bring the
supposed
wolfhound
to
up in there. Woof.
got a position to investigate? Uh, who was that person that they end up deleting his entire position after he won the election, and
Mm.
they literally deleted his entire position because they did not want him to prosecute everybody. He was and he got elected to be the investigator, criminal investigator. I'm gonna look up his name. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna give it to you because
Great Dane and a
Corso.
Corso.
There you
you
go.
you
Now,
said what
Miss
his
Uh,
name
Liz, we gonna
was?
see Corso.
A Corso.
that's the
Great
dog.
Dane or
That's the
the
dog.
dog?
So
Yeah.
Y'all talking about a dog? Hold on 1 second. Hold on,
this
y'all.
might see. I ain't even gotten to this chat. Chat I ain't got into it. Y'all can super chat me. You can super chat me 50 cents. You
Look.
can just hit the super. Do they
Is
got
it
50 cents
is
on
this
the
a
super chat?
thing?
Super chat me 50. I got super chat 50 super chats going out right now. I got two 50 cent super chats. Run it up. I said, damn, do something for me. Because when I get on this shit, I shouldn't even came over here. And look what I got, 60 people in here, and I'm on a whole nother case. Y'all want me to put my foot down in their game. And I'm not just talking about me. I'm talking about Miss Liz. Miss Liz, Diamond, Dr. E, MFD, the whole gang. You know,
Hmm.
you know what I'm going to do y'all all type of ways. I'm going to start getting into this now. Because I'm listening. I got 2 ears and 1 mouth. I listen twice as much as I talk.
Hmm.
So now, go ahead, Diamond. Say what you was going to say. I ain't mean to cut you off.
I'm trying to look for this guy's
He's
name
looking
that
it up.
yeah, because there was a guy that won his election. I believe it was Mississippi or it was Louisiana. It was one of
All
those
right, let me
states.
press play on this. While you doing that, and you find that, let me press play because you know the audience, they can't wait that long. They can't wait that long. So let's keep it rocking the show. Let's see what they say.
When families face the challenge of a non-responsive.
Why he looking like that, gang? Why he looking like something stank around that mug. Bruh, get it out, bro.
He's trying to be
Criminal
serious. That's
justice
a serious
system.
stern look.
He look like he just ate something, he constipated.
That's the
Get it
serious
out, bro.
stern look. That's the with the media. You got to have that serious stern look, like you're not
He's
to be
stirring, y'all.
played with.
He's stirring. Look what they talking about, gang.
We must stand with these families.
Civil rights attorney Ben Crump, who's representing each family, spoke about each case. Daniel Irving was on a swim team, went to a lake with friends on April 14th, and did not come back home. His body was found 4 days later, with his death being ruled an accidental drowning.
Accidental. They're not. Tell me that. Don't tell me that. Now this in
No, that
Tennessee.
wasn't no. That wasn't an
How can they
accidental
He was
thing.
rule
swimming with
something
his
that has
friend.
not even been seen or presented to a judge yet? They already are pre stating that this was a drowning, even though they don't really even know.
Well, let me ask you something. Can I make this statement? And
This your platform, Miss Lee.
both of you
This
all are
baby
both of you all are parents. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
so
Yes, ma'am.
in Mississippi, well, not in necessarily Mississippi, in the Caucasoid race, and you know,
Canaanites. Yeah.
and especially one with power and privilege, and a little bit of cash, uh, they go above and beyond to protect their children. They think of it as an innocent mistake or just a terrible mistake. They're gonna go above and beyond. Now, especially if they got a little bit of money, and they did you a favor or, you know, helped you out, they gonna
Yes,
protect
ma'am.
their kids at all costs.
Absolutely, as they should. Now let me say this. I'm Mark. Mark, I like to dig up. Listen what Mark said, gang. Mark, Mark, come on, Mark. Mark said we
He
ate
said, "What?
mushrooms on the 4th of July at their age.
Are you gonna eat mushrooms now?
Why would you do that to yourself?"
Mark, then somebody would have ended up really unalive then on the Mark. What if you had a bad trip, gang? You could have had a bad trip. Mark, don't you come over here saying that, Mark. Mushrooms, the
Mm,
kids are can't handle mushrooms, gang.
All
Now
right,
let
so
me
I
see what
found the
somebody right here.
information, y'all. I found the information. Hold on. So
Now,
I found the information, and it says that in Louisiana, Republicans eliminated the election position for New Orleans Parish Criminal Court Clerk, and it was Calvin Duncan that actually won by 68% of the vote, and
mm-hmm,
they eliminated the entire seat um, by May 2026. They the governor, Republican governor Jeff Landry,
mm-hmm.
um, passed a bill to eliminate the
The
criminal
seat.
court clerk position. This is just the prime example of how if they know that they can't eliminate if they know that you want a position that can investigate them,
Good
or
job,
you
Mhm.
give them
Diamond.
too
Keep going.
much
Keep going.
information, give you too much information, they will. I'm just saying, this is the southern states' problem
Mhm.
when it comes down to when they know that they have been doing wrong for so many years, and somebody can come in and start really investigating, getting people locked up. They're gonna try to eliminate that position, and that's what they
Mhm.
did in Louisiana. I'm just giving you an example because Mississippi ain't no different than Louisiana.
Girl, you cleaned that shit up real good. Diamond, go ahead. Go ahead, Diamond. You got them and cleaned it up. I said she's stumbling. She gonna be able to pick herself up, chat. Now let me talk to saying what you want. Now you can't get up in here on my live stream saying what you want. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to my channel, man, because we run YouTube. Right? Did I mention that? Oh, I must let it out.
Saying
We'll
what?
talk about that later. Listen what he said, Miss Liz. We ain't gonna kick him out, tighten him up with a wrench. And I got snipers out here. I got snipers sitting in the bushes. But listen what he said, Mark.
So
Just
with that
disrespect it.
situation, Mark, that was mental health issue. Now, I'm not going to say what he did was right, but we know a mental health patient when we see one. And for
Who's
him
mental
to
health,
do
Diamond?
what he
Diamond,
did to
who's
him,
mental
that was
health?
pure mental health.
Who's
So, are
mental health,
you
Diamond?
alluding the ones that did some? I'm talking about what he was talking about with the person that got poked on the bus, and he was saying, calling her the white bee XYZ. That was mental health. Now, like I said, once again, I'm not gonna excuse somebody doing wrongdoing to somebody else because it doesn't matter what race you are. If you do something to somebody that did nothing to you, it is wrong. Okay, but
Let me
if
ask Mark.
we
Let me ask
know
Mark.
that he has a mental health issue, you can't compare the two.
Mm.
Well, that's true. Let me ask. Now, this right here, this didn't sit with me right. Chat. This didn't sit with me right, chat. Now Mark has been here. Mark has been Mark has been going back and forth. Now I just want everybody to look in my chat. Now what you did was, tell you what you want. I'm gonna tell you what you did. You disrespected my chat. That's what you did. And what I didn't do is I didn't tighten your ass up. You came over here disrespecting my chat. And everybody was over here getting along, doing mushrooms and doing all that type of shit on the 4th of July. And you brought your ass over here with this dumbass comment. Just
Mm.
a stupid comment. You mean you just brought yourself over here acting like I just come over here to solve the problem. You didn't solve the problem. The first word you said was blacks. Dope fiend. You can't get none of our mushrooms.
Right, and look
You
at the
can't
fact that the
get
majority of the stuff that's been going on in the last 10 years consecutively has been white men
let me kick him in his ass.
lashing
Hold on,
out.
Diamond. Diamond. Let me kick in his ass real quick. Let me let me quiet. Is that
You breaking up,
You
Duh.
breaking up, Dub? You breaking up? You breaking up?
all right? Can you hear me again?
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me?
No, you're still breaking
Let
up.
me.
You still breaking up.
My nerves is bad. Can y'all hear me better now?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can hear you better now for sure.
Let me pluck this duck and you just count the quack. Okay? The man came over here and disrespected my chat and said blacks. Like we post. First of all, Mark, we've been doing our thing, chat. Now watch how I do him all type of ways. You came over and said blacks can't swim. That's a fucking lie. Excuse my language. I can swim like a fish. I can swim like a fish. A lot of them, I'm from California. See what you didn't, what you disrespected my chat game. Now I'm gonna line you up. I'm gonna give you a 2-piece with no biscuit. You came over here and you said black people can't swim. I'm from California, and most black people from California can swim. I can swim like a fish. My kids can swim. My mama taught my kids how to swim. So let me tell you something. You said blacks right here. That's what you said. You said blacks can't swim. Blacks. How I'm supposed to feel when you just came over here saying that dope fiend stuff? You are trying to act like this is some kind of lynching. We didn't say this was chat. Pay attention to these people, y'all. Pay attention to these people, y'all. Look what we working with. He said we tried to say that this was a lynching. Like, we don't know what a lynching is. That's a whole bunch of white people and a person standing on the damn thing and they hanging him and he hanging from him. That's what you call a lynching. Bruh, we didn't act like this was a lynching. Keep crying, blacks. Now that's what you did. You came over here and you disrespected my chat. So there's an example for everybody that's sitting over in that chat. Mark came over here. He didn't agree with everything that we had done said, but he didn't disrespect my chat. Now, this is why people gonna like my channel. Don't come over here playing with me, gang, because I'm about to knock your drawers off. MFD, anybody up in there with a rich, I got snipers in the game. Get them up out of here, man. Don't come over here no more unless you come incognito. You better come over here with a hoodie on. Come over here with that dumb stuff. We bring peace. MFD, there she go. MFD, get MFD, snipe him, knock his drawers off. Saying what you want. Come over here saying blacks. Who say that? He got to be from the ancient Mississippi. Ancient Mississippi. Blacks. I said, damn. Don't come over here no more. So where was we at, gang? I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. Let me engage. Let me engage with my chat. Let me engage with my chat. I don't even want his comment there no more. MFD, please knock his drawers off. I want to see the rubber, that little string in your drawers. I want that string laying around on the ground. I don't want no outside of the drawers. I just want the string, that plastic string laying. Come over here disrespecting, playing that dope fiend game with us like we smoke crack. Boy, you better get your ass up out of here. I do you all type of ways. You come playing with my channel. Now let me see what Rick said. Rick said, what up, Rick the Savage? Rick said, no inside voices. Now we engaging. Miss Liz, this one is for you. No inside voice. No inside shoes. No inside rules. That's why the smoke detector is always beeping. Ain't no fire in the guts. Now, that can go any type of way. I love the parables. I love how you breaking it down. But at the end of the day, we know there's foul play. People don't just start doing shit. Let me say this, gang. What's that bald-headed dude name? That airhead, the dude right there with the gray suit on, got the milk there here. His name Ben, right?
Ben Crump.
Ben Crump. Let me just say this, gang. Ben Crump ain't going nowhere unless he got a case, right, Miss Liz?
He ain't moving. He ain't budging.
He's not moving if something ain't funny. Let's just make it make sense. There is foul play where the I's are going to be crossed and the T's are going to, the I's are going to be dotted and the T's are going to be crossed. We don't know. But there's foul play. This ain't about hanging from a tree. This is about children. Don't forget that let's make it make sense. Let's not forget the whole group of them white children. They like that black boy. Right? He was able to hang around. He fit in. He liked them. See, I'm just saying, he liked them white kids, and them white kids liked him, even the parents. He probably like, what up, did? He know how to say did, just like y'all say did. What up, did? You know, he did it. Y'all liked him. He was able to hang around. And y'all liked him. He like y'all. Where it went wrong, everybody, we don't know, but people are going to start telling. It's the end of the day. Is it foul play? Yeah. Who's going to point the finger? Some of them don't even want to give it up. It is what it is. So let's say another thing. Let me say this, because I heard this. I'm going to clear this up. See, I ain't even been studying this case, but I listened. Mm-hmm. Now you're going to make me get in it. So someone said, one of my close ones, one of the Band-Aid gangs, she called herself Peanut Gang, she put a post out. She said, damn, they took the throat out. I said, they took the man throat out? But then I listened to the news report, and I dissected that part. Don't think, because I've been hearing stuff on the internet, I'm not biased to anything. I'm not biased. I'm fair. That they said that, oh, they're selling organs. They're selling the man's organs. No, listen to what the people said. It seemed like what they were doing, they removed the throat to get to something else. There's no foul play with his throat. Y'all know y'all. I'm gonna make a lot of people mad at me, but I break down shit, bro. I don't play no games. I listen. So when I listened, I didn't tell my sister Peanut Gang. I said, "Oh, I see what they were saying." They removed the throat. They specifically said they removed the throat. Now go back, y'all. So they removed the throat for a specific reason. They said they removed the throat. They said why they removed the throat. So wasn't no organ selling and all of that conspiracy stuff. And I'm definitely a conspiracy theorist. There was none of that going on. So they took that out and they made that, you know how YouTube is. They take shit and they run with it. There was a reason why they took his throat out. So I just want y'all to remember that. I watched it in real time, so I had to debunk that piece, okay? Somebody said you're biased. Okay, AJ, you said I'm biased. You want to
Oh,
earn money
God.
by getting folks to listen to you, speculate, and tell lies. Gang, I didn't
Wow.
tell you no lie. I didn't tell you a lie.
You
I
Because
know,
got a
you know, they
question.
want so bad to
I got
believe
a
that these
question though.
Caucasian, these white folk that was out there drinking and partying weren't bad actors or doing anything in malicious intent. You don't know that.
But I have a
You can
question.
assume that you're
Diamond,
trying to make it seem like Nolan was the bad person or Nolan just wanted to stay on the island. No, that's not.
Mom,
And we
come up here,
clearly
Mom. Come up
know
here. Hit the link, Mom.
and we clearly know now that that was all a lie.
But
So,
I have a question. My
yeah,
question is this: if all of us go out on a boat, right,
hmm,
and
yeah,
we partying and we kicking it,
Taking
hmm.
and
mushrooms.
now we ain't taking the mushrooms. I don't do drugs, but
Right.
only Diamond come back.
No, yeah, yeah. Everybody gonna be in. And the people that were
I mean, how's
on
this
that boat should all
speculation
lie.
and lying? What the hell
It
do
that that would have never happened up north or out west or east.
you?
Okay,
So
in the United
nobody's
States,
supposed to be
Why
they
is
concerned.
no
would have all
Nobody's
been
supposed
locked
to
up.
ask questions. Nobody's supposed to care what happened to you. You're just supposed
They
to
would
have
have been
funeral, go on
all
about your
locked up,
business.
Miss Liz. Miss
Man,
Liz,
folks is
every
crazy
last one
as
of
hell.
them would have been arrested before they released them. They didn't even get arrested. They just said, "Oh, we didn't do it," and they just let them go home. Where did they do that at? Because in the other state, they would have been arrested. Then they would have did their investigation. Then they would have been released one by one after they did their investigation. I ain't never seen the detectives and them allow people that
Send
were
that to
involved with a crime go
uh
home before they go
true.
to jail. They're
mm,
'Cause
accomplices
I'm
to
thinking
a
something.
unaliving. So
hold on,
you
hold
they
on, hold the phone, hold the phone, hold on, y'all. I got 67. I had 80 some people up in here, right? Can y'all ain't donating to the channel? Hit the super chat. Y'all want to do that? Cool. Fair exchange ain't been around. Just hit the like button. That's all. Just run the likes up so we. I know y'all like me. I know you like me. You like me. You like how because I love all y'all over here. It don't matter if you black or white. I love y'all. I'm gonna keep it fair. Let's play fair. Now, Mark said he from Chicago. I was born in Chicago. I lived in Chicago. I was raised on the West Coast. Now he said I'm from Chicago. I see worse on the daily basis. Don't you ask questions about any of these daily behaviors. I understand. I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke. Somebody said, "Who is this?" I'm your Huckleberry. Okay, and it's until proven guilty. Absolutely. It's a lot of different players in this game.
yeah, but I've never
Um,
seen a situation where the people that were out there on that boat did not get seen by detectives. They should have been in the interrogating room asking questions. I ain't never seen a case like this where they just get to go home with their family after someone got unalive and then they believed it. It's just like someone stealing your checkbook and saying, "Oh no, she gave me those checks and she gave us permission to sign her name on the checks." And we cashed them, but yeah, she gave it to us, so we ain't at fault. So we shouldn't go to jail. She should go to jail, even though she probably didn't even know that checkbook was missing.
Now y'all
It's the
got to
same
admit.
thing.
Hold on, chat. Let me talk to me engage. Y'all got to admit a little piece of what you said did make sense. No, not a lot of stuff you said, but one thing stuck with me that you said, and you said that all of them went home with someone being unalive. Now, what do the chat think about that? Because um, you think they should have all been held in the cell until somebody talked? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I ain't
What's
never
the
heard of a
question?
situation like this happening. And they did not get interrogated. They weren't locked up
Right,
first before being released. It was
right.
too calm. And then you got a judge son that was involved in it.
And
She
she
had
makes a
something to do
statement.
with them all going home. How she told them and directed them to delete their everything out of their phones and their social media. That wasn't them thinking of that. That was her telling all of them, hey, y'all just did this. You better delete everything because they're coming for y'all.
And how you know
Well,
the
let me ask
judge
you a
and the
question.
sheriff aren't working? You already got Tate
They
Reeves. Tate
all
Reeves is the
communicate with each
governor.
other. They
He's
all
in.
know
He's
each
in
other.
it. He's inserted himself in it because
And
he
then
doesn't care for being Crump.
right, and then one of the boys' father put up $50,000 for information. He
So,
put up $50,000 to anybody that knows information. Now, my thing is this: they're doing that to distract, to try to make it seem like they ain't
I
involved.
believe that.
When everybody that was out there at that particular time on July 4th should all be rounded up. That's
you
how I
got a
look at it.
point.
You
And
need
I'm gonna
to
say this.
eliminate
And
each one by
what
And
was
why
one.
great
didn't they
that
search the boat? Why didn't they search the boat, inspect the boat, do something with the darn boat? Why are you cleaning a boat at 4 o'clock in the morning?
They definitely covered it up, and like I said,
Why are you
if they
cleaning the
got
boat?
into a fight and he got hurt at that pool party, right?
oh,
They're
can
gonna
I
try
say
to get
something?
rid of
Can I
him.
say something? Now let's just be honest. I'm gonna be honest, and again, I'm gonna say something that's not biased. Again, and which the dude said I was being biased. Now, let's just look at it this way. Does this make sense to you, Miss Liz? And to the chat, put a one in the chat if this makes sense. Sometimes, and I'm gonna do y'all all type of ways. Put a one in the chat. I need everybody to participate. We got 69 people in here. Now I'm about to drop a gem on y'all. Sometimes when we say that people are planning and they're actually like law enforcement, like they're hiding something. I don't always think that the law enforcement is hiding something. Put a one that you think that they're just lazy and they know some of the stuff that they should have investigated. They didn't do it. They were just lazy. It don't mean that they're trying to plot and scheme, but it looks like a plot and scheme, right? Because they didn't do their job right. Because
Right,
some of
and this
these
is happening continuously
people
in the
don't
state
want
of
to do
Mississippi, though.
their job
What if
right.
you're not trained? What if you're not trained in
Some
that?
people are
You're talking about a
some
rural
people, and Miss
town.
Liz, some people are trained and they forget their training. I'm one of those. I'm a truck driver, and I can't even tell you. If you ask me to run through this truck like I had to do to learn in this truck, to do it from the beginning, I can't do it. A lot. I swear to God, if they asked me to go name every part like I had to study for trucking to do that shit again, I wouldn't know a motherfucking thing. I would flunk. But to pass that test, I learned. I mastered it. But some of the things, if you ask me now, what is all the way around this truck, I'm not gonna remember.
I
I'm just
remember
keeping
some
it a
of it.
bean.
I remember some of
Yeah,
it,
I
though.
know,
I
Diamond, you're a
remember
truck
some of it.
driver too, but you're not gonna remember. You do the one, two, threes and all of
Mm-mm.
that shit that we went through training. We don't remember that shit. We did it to pass the test. So let's remind you how many people that you go on. Even certain people don't
Nope.
give you good customer service. They're just assholes. They're not doing their job right. So somewhere where we find the goddamn clauses in situations when it comes to law, it's lack of, not that they're hiding something, it's lack of them doing their job correctly.
So if you can't do your job, then you need to call in the MBI, which is the Mississippi Bureau of Investigators, and hand it over to them
Well,
because
that's
we're
where we are
talking about
now.
a loss of life.
That's where we are now because
And
then,
to
then
be
let me
honest
say
with
this.
you, I'm not
When
saying
you break,
Right. But let me say this real quick. I'm not seeing
Yes, ma'am.
understanding why this didn't turn into a federal case,
It
because right
will
now
be.
it's only handed. It's only dealing with a state case. This really should turn federal real
It will
fast.
be. It will be.
Well, let
It
me say
will be.
this. Let me say this. Again, let's go back to square one because y'all got me on this case and I ain't even started. So y'all make sure y'all sub up. I'm doing two cases right now. Now I'm gonna look into this one because I know Diamond's gonna flood my phone, and this was very interesting. And I'm liking how we did tonight. So let me say this: feds get involved. Again, I'm gonna keep it real, and this is why people like me. You're dealing with lying ass kids, lying ass kids, officers that didn't do their jobs correctly. Like Diamond said, they should have all been in the room. They should have all been interrogated, and they would have got the answers from what? The creatures of habit. Children are born creatures of habit. So I think if, like Diamond said, if they were interrogated and they wasn't able to leave, and the officers did their job right, point one. I ain't never
Well,
got
they
on here.
didn't even find him until days later, too,
Well,
Dove.
Diamond,
They
you
didn't
hit it
find
on
him
the
until
head.
days later.
Diamond, you hit it on the head. If let's just, all the people that hate or think it's a racial thing, it's not. It doesn't have nothing to do with race. Because you could have took a bunch of black people, black kids in there, and did that. If there was a crime or something happened, and if the job was done right, like you said, interrogate them all. Y'all ain't gonna go home. Y'all gonna be sleeping on the benches. Somebody finna talk. If they would have did that, they would have got more answers. Where that come from? Lack of job. Maybe the office was like, man, I'm ready to go home tonight, man. We'll question them tomorrow. You know, it's all kind of different shit.
Right, because
They don't have
how did
detectives.
they
They got
find him
sheriffs.
days later? And if they knew that he was missing, why didn't they report him missing right then and
Right.
there? Why
I
wasn't
agree.
all of the people that was out there staying there until it was a thorough investigation done to locate him? They didn't try to do no urgency. They weren't acting like they were urgent on trying to locate him the same day. They waited until days later until they was found to start talking about
Absolutely.
XYZ. It should have happened the day of when they realized he was missing. They should have alerted the authorities, alerted the people that needed to find him if they really cared about Nolan. All those kids that were out there, all those teenagers that were out there did not care about Nolan. And that is
No.
clear as day because they waited and didn't even want to speak on it until days later.
I think because also creatures of habit, they all think about how children think. Another reason why, let's just be real. Another reason why none of them wanted to talk because it got to a point. Let's, man, I love being real as I am, y'all. And this is what gets us in trouble. So all you people that think I'm gonna drop another gem on you. I think it got too deep, and they all was thinking they would get convicted when they tried to hide a little bit, so they all shut the fuck up. And then it went further and further, and they got scared and scared because they're like, we should have said something, and we should have said something. So all of them might have felt, being a child, being young, that when they didn't say nothing, that they all got convicted. But at the end of the fucking day, let's be real, it went like that. It really went like that. When they one of them said, "All right, we gonna quiet down," and then the more quiet they got, the more scared they got, and they didn't say shit, and it got
Well,
worse and worse with them not saying shit. These are
right, and
children.
the only thing that we have is that boy calling to talk to the authorities, and you hear them in the background talking to Nolan. That right there of them saying, "Is he gone?" Nolan, all that. That alone should have gotten all them locked up because they said that he stayed on the island
Hmm.
with this girl and they came back. He didn't want to come back
Which
with her.
was a
But
lie.
that audio that was released, you can hear them talking to Nolan. You can hear them trying to wake Nolan up, talking about is Nolan gone, blah blah blah. If that's the case, that means they were there. They were right next to him. They knew
Absolutely.
where he was. So that means all of them should have been arrested.
And they
They
had
still
drugs out
And the
there.
person that called,
September Virgo. Hold on, Diamond. September Virgo. What our likes looking at? We got 63 people in here. We're not going to talk anymore until we get the likes up. We got 63 in here because I haven't even started playing the commentary yet, and we already rocking the show. You see what you did? I ain't even got through the video. I got 2 videos to play. I'm gonna play them all. Only been on here for an hour. I got 60 people in here. How many likes do I got? Or go ahead and hit the super chat. 50-cent super chat today. I'm doing. Can I get or super chat? Show me some love. Give me a jewel. You got some gems you want to give me? You got something? Something? Like Debo said, I know you got something. I know you got something. I ain't got to live like this.
Right. So, Deb, can I say what I was going to say real quick, or you want me to wait?
Hell, Diamond, hell no. We got 17
Okay.
likes. We ain't got to live
All
like
right.
that. Hell no. How many likes we got? We gonna run it? Hell no. I could have charged y'all for this game. Game is to be sold and never told. I repeat, game is to be sold and never told. Thank you for the jewels, Sean. Stop playing with my channel. We ain't over here talking because we got lips and a tongue. How many likes we got? Run that shit up. My mind on your ass. Thank you so much, Sean. Brown, I'm a Brown too. My last name Brown too. I'm a Brown. Because I ain't got to live like this. Hell no, I'm going to do you like them other CCs be really pressing y'all out some money. 23 likes, run it up. We trying to keep this shit in the algorithm. Game is to be sold and never told. That's right, gang. I can't make that up. 23, run it up. Thank y'all so much. Let's get it up to 50 at least. Now, I'm going to give y'all a chance. We get to 30 likes, we going to continue because we ain't even all the way through the video. I ain't got to live like this. Shitting me. We work too hard. This Band-Aid gang. Hope y'all know who he is. Anybody wounded, come holler at us. We'll give you a Band-Aid. I got my new Band-Aids coming out too. I said, damn. I wonder where he come from. He just over here talking like yeah, that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to make you like me. I'm engaging with you. I could not be reading y'all comments. 25 likes. Thank y'all. Run it up. I ain't going no further. I said, damn. I done came up here. I've been talking for goddamn it. 1 minute and 7 an hour and 7 minutes. And all I got is goddamn 25 likes. Y'all trying to do me all type of way. I think I'm gonna just go over there and use him. I ain't gonna give him no money. I ain't gonna push the like button. And if you don't know how to hit the like button, tap the screen. Double tap the screen. And we'll keep on going. Shit me. I let these people kick me in my ass for too long. And I didn't get on here and I'm a superstar. I'm a fucking superstar. And I'm going to just let y'all just come over here and get on my channel. And y'all go over to them other people's channel. Oh, here you go. Give them all your drawers. Give them all your dirty laundry and all that shit. And all I asked for is a goddamn like. Shitting me. And all I came over here saying 50-cent super chats. And y'all did me all type of ways. Somebody said you're nothing. I been knew that. What that boy say? He said you're nothing. I've been told you that. That ain't nothing new. Yeah, I said damn. Sticks and stones may break my bones, bro. But the main
What they make here?
A dope fiend, smoking crack, sat there and typed that. I wouldn't even sat there and typed that. You're nothing. Who sits there and use their fingers? You're nothing. Come on, bro. I wouldn't even got on nobody's channel and say you're nothing.
And it's you are, not yours. And it's you are.
Man, I think they like me. Man, I think they like. Boy, I do this shit. Mama, get your microphone right, Lynetta Kane. Mama, you gotta come back in. These people trying to get all up on my channel.
Right.
Shit.
So this is the thing. Y'all want the game. Y'all want 20.
Hold on, Diamond. Diamond, hold on. We got 60 people in. Diamond, I'm gonna tell you one thing that you need to do. Are you paying attention to how many people in the live stream? Let me ask you that question.
Nope, I never do.
But you need to start paying attention because I can't do all this shit by myself.
You
You
always
need to
be
be like,
telling
hold
me,
on,
and I
dog.
can't see it on my end, actually.
Well, you got to, well, even if you can't see it, you need to act like you can and be like, hold on, y'all, get them likes up. I can't do this by myself. Thank you for the super chat, Sean. Love you.
Sean
That's
showing
what I'm
all the
talking
love.
about.
Okay. Sean showing love. Come on now.
Shit
We got
me.
we got people that love us over here, man.
That part. Diamond, you got to pretend. You just got to be saying, hold on, get the light. Make me feel like I'm special. Like, y'all run this shit. We got to get back in here. We already done
Hey,
broke
Diamond
off
Gang up
case.
in here. Diamond Gang. Diamonds,
We
my
just got our
diamonds.
monetized back because we did
Go
Donald
ahead and
Trump
lock
all type of
in.
ways. They took our monetization away because we was body slamming their ass with the Epstein files. They got me scared to talk about Epstein now. What happened to Zorro Rich? They stopped talking about. I ain't gonna even start popping my shit. What happened to Lex Wexner? Tell me where's Lex Wexner at? Where's
Right.
he
They
at?
totally did
Where's
us
Lex
in for no.
Wexner?
They don't want us talking about the what the real deal is, man. They don't. They don't.
Somebody not.
So
I ain't gonna even do you like that, boy, Abbas, because I know you like me. Of course I'm a clown. I've been clowning. I've been clowning for a long time. And that's why people like me,
yeah.
because I'm a clown. And these people get on here and they tell me to lower my voice and all that. I'm not lowering my
Mhm.
voice. I'm not changing my style because you want me to change my style. How many people got on because somebody thought that I don't like that, but somebody else liked it? You ain't gotta like me. Your girl like me. I said
Damn.
Period.
that. You ain't gotta like me. That girl like me over there. I want you over there with him. See, that's where all that racist stuff come from too. Because a lot of the men, I don't want you. Oh, you want to go over there and get in that car with that black guy? Why are you over there looking at him with the dreadlock? I said, damn. I said, I ain't gonna even get on that level. But let's go ahead.
You know,
Let's start.
this person just said something really
What they
messed
say,
up in the
Diamond? What they
comments.
say, Diamond? We
He
gonna leave him in
said,
here before we knock his drawers off. I will
he
take you out
said,
for a
he
ride on a boat
said,
and
yeah,
make you another Nolan. Get him up out of here, y'all. Get him up out of here. We gave him
yeah, like,
plenty of
come on
chances.
now. You can't
Please
even
You
get
give
him up
him
you
out
a
of
know
here.
what
chance
you
to
need to
plead.
do,
Oh, you
Doug.
out, dude. Like, you didn't even have to go there. Like, you didn't even have to say that because we could have said a lot of things about you, but you can't even show
Yeah.
your picture, so you know you're a
We
ghost to
talked
us.
about him bad, but we
So
didn't do that.
we was
It's just
trying to be
wrong.
respectful, but yeah, you gotta go though.
Yeah, please. Somebody please knock his noodles loose. Please. This came over here disrespecting my chat, man. All my people come over here and they show love. People come in here laughing, talking. I even got people that come to my chat that disrespect, but they don't go to that level. That they still
Send
want to
that.
hang with me. And
I'll
I'm gonna
take.
change
Let me take
this.
a screenshot of that.
Mama, you gotta go to the mama. Go to the go to the other live. There's two lives going. And try to get in because I want to hear my mama talk shit. I love my mama.
Right. So
Um, yeah. Don't come in disrespecting my
yeah,
chat.
we gonna have to get him out of here. Yeah, he gotta go. Bye.
He
Um,
said, Jack Jacobs said the white man's he's tired of giving you free stuff.
What
Here we
free
go again,
stuff?
y'all. I ain't never got nothing
do
free,
you
gang.
know that more white people on EBT and Medicaid than any other race?
Man,
I think you might need to stop
You know
talking
who
about
that
people
is.
getting government
I know who
assistance
that
when
is,
we
see,
got
Doug.
Elon Muskie fuck running around here getting all our damn money.
Miss
I
Liz,
don't think
stop
you want to go
it.
there.
I know who that
Stop,
is.
Miss Liz. Ain't that real? But look, y'all, that's what them be people that see this stuff right here. White man giving you free stuff. Ain't no white man gave me nothing free, bro. Ain't no white
I
man
get
gave
it
us
every day.
nothing free. Ain't nothing been. Every time we get up and walk in that store, ain't nothing been free. See, that's what I'm saying, man. These people need to stop smoking that dope. The man said white man gave me something free.
The crazy part is the people that
Did he
the
give me some
biggest
gas free? Did I
government
walk up,
assistance
Diamond? Did we walk up to that gas pump and
show
Have
pull that
me.
any of
car up
you
there and he
all
said,
been
"Give me free
convicted of
gas"?
food stamp fraud? But
Right.
anyway,
My thing
um,
is how they have the audacity to try to say that white people are innocent. They have in the last 10 years done all types of stuff that I consider over beyond ghetto as hell. Okay,
Right.
let's
I
just
got
go
ghetto
into the
white
list.
friends. See, this
Let's
the
just
thing.
go into the list of stuff that's been going on in the last 10 years.
That's why I be saying, Diamond, I'm from California. I come from a multicultural place. I'm from the Bay Area. Born in Chicago, but raised in the Bay. I come, I got white friends and all that, and then it hurt me to hear white people come over here and say these things.
Right, ignorance has no color. How
When I
about
went
that?
to, I'm a truck driver, y'all. I went to Portland, Oregon with my girl. She in the truck with me right now. My white friends pull up. I got Indian friends. I got Mexican friends. I got friends of all cultures. That's why I sound like this. But then you got ignorant people that come on YouTube and they start saying these things and they don't even get a chance to know you. They don't know where you from. They don't know how you were raised. And they say the stupidest things.
Right,
I got
ignorance
white
has
friends. I
no
call a
color.
white friend right now, be like, what up, Chunky? What up, bro? What's going on, bro? But y'all coming here in disrespect, thinking that only black people hang with black people. That's not true.
Right, and there's a lot of educated black people out here, but let's not get it construed. Ever since the person that's in there right now in this government, the
Right.
person that's supposed to be over us has been in there, everything has went to poop. And I know you're struggling, dude. I know you is, because everybody is right now
28
because
lives?
he's destroying everything. And if you think that we're the ones getting free stuff, no, that man is ripping us off right now.
hmm,
But Diamond,
Okay.
let's not go over Diamond. Let's not go overboard because these people, we need 2 more likes to hit 30. 2 more likes to hit 30. Let's run this shit up, y'all. Now let's get through this, Diamond. And then I got
Yes,
another video
sir.
I want y'all to watch. I want y'all to watch. So
All
let's get
right.
through this.
Findings his mother refuses to believe.
They said my son jumped off a bridge, and I know that's not the truth. He was found in water. The autopsy report shows my son had an unobstructed airway.
Okay.
mm,
I said, damn. What'll make a person jump off a bridge for nothing? Dope. Now I'm just being real, gang. This is why the people rock with me the long way. If a person just jump off the bridge, right, for nothing, he gonna have some dope in his system. He gonna have some type of, am I right, Ms. Liz? He gonna have some type of medical report in his past that he was either schizophrenic, some type of stuff was going on in that boy life. Don't nobody just jump off the bridge, gang. And look at that woman, how her face look. She ain't say black people, white people had to do with it, because guess what, gang? It could have been a white detective, a black detective that came at her and told her that shit. Y'all forgot all about that. I know it's hard, but I'm gonna be fair. You don't know, just like you don't know me, Chad. You don't know what man came in there and told that woman that lie. He could have been black. But that's what y'all gonna say she's saying. A white man told her that. It's a lot of black detectives that don't do the job. All type of shit. Let's play fair though. Let's look at the real shit. Let's look at the condition of the child. They said her son jumped off a bridge. So we ain't looking at color now. For nothing. Jumped off the bridge. So what we gonna look for next? We want to know if he got drugs in the system. If he got a past of schizophrenia, paranoid, whatever, he just, could be messed up. So let's look into this. Because that's how I want to hold shit down. So that's him. That's him, Miss Liz. Do he look like he
hmm.
on drugs? Do he look like he on
Nah,
drugs?
nah, he ain't
That
on
look more
drugs.
happy.
Nope.
What person you see smile like that in a picture? He's smiling. Young man got a nice little smile, smiling. He don't look like he on dope. Ain't none of his teeth chipped, brown, yellow, gone, none of that. But
But
they
you know
said
what?
this young man jumped off a bridge.
You know what I'm tired of though, of the fact that they always are doing stuff like the lynchings and the quote unquote drownings of black people, black men, right? What if people start getting tired and start doing the same exact damn thing to white folks? That hasn't happened yet. That has not happened yet because a lot of people have empathy in their blood. They are taught
But
empathy.
Diamond. Can I say this? It has happened. And I know you don't want to hear me say it like that. I'm from the streets for real. It has happened like that. I know dudes from California that just go with white boys. Same way. I told you when I get on here, I'm keeping it 100.
Yeah, two
I
wrongs
know
don't make a
dudes be
right.
like, man,
That's
let's
what
just go
I'm
whoop
trying to
some
say.
dudes. You know what I'm saying? Think about it.
Right, that's what I'm
It
saying. Two
happens.
wrongs
It
don't make a
happens
right.
everywhere. It happens in all cultures. We got to stop looking at. We got to stop looking at the skin, and we got to start looking at what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. And that's just what it is. Everybody say this person does this. It happens in all races. But social media, racist people, we the ones as a people that make it worse than it is. They throw it out there for us to eat off of it, to eat the carcass up and make it what it is. That's what they do to cover their shit. Because at the end of the day, it's not us against us. When we start realizing that it's us against them. Who are them, C-Dub? It's our government. It's the higher anarchy. They throw this little shit out there for us so we get the crumbs, the internet. They've been having that shit for years before they gave us the internet. They gave us that shit because they felt guilty because it's getting closer to the end of the world. You know what they said? You know what they said, Band-Aid Gang? You know what they said, chat? I'm going to tell you some real shit. And it's going to resonate in your brain. You know how you know the world is about to end? You know, when they stop being able to make things smaller, like the cell phone and all of that shit, when they can't make nothing smaller and compactable anymore, the world is about to end. I just want y'all to marinate on that. They're making everything smaller and smaller and compact and compact. When they can't make it smaller anymore to do multiple things, the world is about to end. Damn, I just gave y'all a gem right there. When they can't make anything smaller than what they're making it, when it gets to the smallest point, the world's about to end. It's just science, man. That's
What
just
we
how
need
science
is more people with empathy and less of the shenanigans. But it's always the ones with empathy that's going to be
There's no
against
such
the
thing as
ones that don't
empathy.
have
There's
empathy.
no such thing. They created the phone to take away empathy. The phone took away the empathy. I'm going to say that again. When they created the phone, it took away your empathy. It took away your feelings. You could be sitting right next to your girl, right? In this new era. You could be, not my girl, because me and my girl don't rock like that. But I'll watch it. You see people on TV, and they're on, he's on his phone, his wife is on her phone, and they're sitting in the bed. And he asks his wife, "Hey, you see this?" And she be like, "Oh, I see it." Then they would look away real quick. Some of you people, kids, do that shit. You try to show your kids something, "Hey, look at this." They be like, "Oh, okay, I got it." I don't look at your shit no more. The empathy is gone. That's what took away the empathy. The cell phone took away your empathy. Don't nobody pay attention to what you say no more, gang. You can say, "Hold on, look at this real quick." They be like, "Oh, I see it. Oh, I see it. All right, bye." They back on their shit. That's when the empathy's gone. And y'all know I'm telling you the truth. You try to show somebody your phone and get them to look at the whole goddamn video. They ain't gonna look at the whole video, gang. I'm like, all right. They're gonna move on. They're gonna be like, fuck you, nigga. I'm doing my own shit. I'm over here making my own movie, nigga. I'm over here making my own motherfucking movie. I don't want to watch your shit. Your kids is the same way. The phone
So
took
do
away
you,
the empathy. So let's go back into this, Diamond. We got a
wait,
long
and
way
what
to
is
go.
this gentleman's name right here, Dove?
I don't think they said it, but it's very interesting. So let's rock and roll.
Autopsy report shows my son had an unobstructed airway. So my son did not drown.
Crump says one of Irving's friends has recently been charged with tampering with evidence. Tyler Smith was fatally shot while at a party with friends in Lexington. Police say it was inflicted, but Crump says the firearm recovered did not match the shell casings on scene. Tyler's grandmother spoke, saying police never tested for gun residue.
As I talked to the police chief, I explained to him, he said, well, what do you want from this? What are you looking for? I said, what would you be looking for?
I know that's right.
We ask you to see the same way you go into our black and brown neighborhoods and you can investigate and you can interrogate and you can charge. Give us the same respect.
In the third case, Nolan Wells was visiting Horn Island in Mississippi on July 4th when he went missing. His body was found 2 days later. Crump says his team has hired audio engineers to review audio tapes from the CETO call.
We are going to dot every I and cross every T until we find out what happened to Nolan Wells.
We will not rest until we get answers. And if you know something, you need to let us know. Please do not be afraid.
And this press conference was just one of several events happening that will continue through Saturday. We're told that more than 3,000 people are in attendance for this conference. And if you still want to come out, registration is still open. In Nashville, Amber Jayance, WSMV4.
Very, 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 very good commentary. I'm going to engage. Hold on. I'm about to engage. Now, if you're new to my channel, please make sure that you sub up. Now I'm about to do you all type of ways. Now we just looked at that. We ain't even been covering this case, but I'm doing another. You just go ahead and do your homework, research my channel. I've been covering this Mo 3 situation, but now I'm interested in what's going on. I'm about to engage. Diamond, you there? People hide behind phones to really say what they want to say.
Yeah, I'm
No
here.
empathy. You're not going to see. Yeah, words run into the ground. Nothing means anything anymore. Thank you for that comment. Thank you for that comment. I don't even do Facebook. Me neither. I do not do Facebook unless I post something promoting what I got going on. I don't do Facebook anymore. I don't do Facebook or any of that stuff because I know ain't nobody got empathy or love for me on Facebook or social media. Y'all better soak all this stuff up. She's dropping gems. All they got is followers and likes, image, and that. Covered by September Virgo cover. Okay. Crumb race. Beta. Okay, so we rocking shows. Remove that judge. Okay, remove that judge. Okay, if it wasn't for empathy, you would not be listening to bro. Thank you so much. But you know what? Well, it's a lot of gems that you're gonna find in what I say. So now I'm about to flip y'all. So now we're gonna talk, cause y'all, you know what? This is why I do best. I work good under pressure. Right? I definitely do. I definitely do. So we'll see, Dub, what you about to do next tonight. You about to throw us to another narrative because these people been talking black and white. That's what they said. September Virgo. September Virgo, that's what they said to us. But they don't know who they dealing with on this YouTube. What I've done to this shit. Lost channels, one channel. People come for me. I win every time. Well, let's win again. Let's make these people that's in my chat, 56 people, subscribe to my fucking channel. Because you know what? Ain't none of these people got to live like this. And guess what? I'm going to get you out of it. Call me the key man on the Matrix. You know what the key man did on Matrix? He just opened up the door. I'm your key man. I'm the man that's going to open up another door in your mind. Call me the key man. I said, damn. We cooking tonight. What's for dinner? What's for dinner?
Right.
Whatever
And
you
you know
want.
what? You know what,
Whatever
Dom?
you want. I got it.
Right. And we need justice for these individuals. Not just them, but mainly Mississippi has always let us down when it comes down to
I mean, you ready to
just
cook?
not picking, well, not voting in the right interest of the people. People don't go out and
That
vote.
part.
People just allow people to take on these positions, and this is how we end up with people that don't care about the citizens of Mississippi, and we're seeing that.
Oh, yeah. We got 68 people in here. Make sure y'all get your members only. Get your members only. Get your members only. I got some members only lives coming up, and they're going to be exclusive. So I recommend you do. I don't care if I got 3 people in there. I got some members. I got about 5 members. And most of them 5 members know how I rock shows. Get your membership right now to the channel. Because I swear to God, I'm going to give y'all something, y'all. Diamond, let's do them all type of ways. You ready? Now, I ain't even finna tell
Yeah.
my chat. I ain't finna tell the chat how we coming. Because it was a whole bunch of racial stuff and all that stuff going on black and white. Let's go.
You're looking at special needs student Nancy Alexander. She was just 15 years old when she says she was supposed to be learning how to read by a teacher, but instead she got pregnant by him. And after 43 years, she's now breaking her silence. And we want to give viewer discretion on this story. It may be very difficult to listen to and also very difficult to watch.
I was repeatedly raped over the years.
She was placed in a special needs class. Those needs were taken advantage of.
We trusted this person to just realize that he was 2 different people.
Trust me, I know.
Good.
I tried to commit suicide 3 times.
More than 4 decades have passed, but Nancy Alexander says the trauma still hasn't.
So you were raped?
Yes.
In the school building?
In the Chicago Public School building.
For most children, school is a place to learn. For Nancy, she says it became the place where her childhood was stolen.
It started with the funneling, touching on my breasts. And it just went up the line. The older I got, he felt like, oh, I could do more.
She alleges the teacher assigned to help her read became her abuser. As a child, Nancy says epilepsy made reading difficult, and it led her to fall behind grade levels. The school assigned her to a teacher for extra help. She says that decision changed her life forever.
He would tell me I would have to stay behind. Oh, you need to take a spelling test. You know, I'm like, we're on the same, why we all can't take the spelling test together, right?
And were you raped this one time and conceived, or were you repeatedly raped?
I was repeatedly raped over the years.
When did the first rape start? Do you remember how old?
I was about 12 or 13 when he started penetrating me.
Nancy says the abuse left her pregnant at just 15 years old. She gave birth and kept the secret for decades.
I didn't tell for the simple reason that he said he would take me away from my mother and my father.
That part. Do you think, Diamond, you know, and it's going to be a hard question to ask, but you know, I go there. How do you feel like, Diamond, do you think that being a female, this is a question I just want to ask, I think, you know, at a certain point, do you feel like for that going on, and ladies, please leave a comment, because I'm one of the ones that, as a male, I may be wrong, but I want to take what I may be wrong at. If I'm wrong, let me know I'm wrong, but I'm engaging with y'all. I'm a man. I'm different than I got a lot of lady female followers. So, Diamond, are you tracking me right now?
Yeah, I am.
Is it in a woman's nature, or because me looking at this as a man, right? A man, and and if it was happened to me, I'm just be honest. Let's get deep, y'all. By a woman, right? If a woman was doing this to me, and I wasn't experienced, and I might have started having feelings, and a woman, it's a possibility, right, gang, that I would not have said nothing because I was enjoying that feeling, right?
Mm.
Right? I'm just being real. So in most, you know, if it was happening to me and I have that feeling and not knowing what feeling, because you know you got the when you're young you got the butterflies in your stomach when you like somebody, and the feeling of touching, it's a different feeling than what it you is when you're older now, right? We all can agree on that, right, Diamond?
Right.
You
But
used to
my
have that
thing is,
cold feeling when you was hunching with somebody you met. You had that little cold feeling in your stomach. Your body was, and in a sense, when this is happening to you when you're younger, and could be
mm,
happening to me if I was younger and an older woman was doing, would you be quiet, C Dove? I probably would.
because you're a male. But at the time
But
of what she's talking about, how young
okay.
she was,
But why
for
did she get
someone like
pregnant is what I
myself,
want to know.
look, I'm me personally. I started the same age being active, but I was with someone that was the same age as me. But I ended up pregnant also at 15, had my son at 16. So her situation is she was taken advantage of by a teacher. It's not like it was somebody her same age group. That was clearly an assault that was taking place that she didn't tell nobody about because he threatened her. That's a problem. She kept it to herself for a long time, and the statute of limitations is probably up now. Well, it might not be, but I wonder even if the abuser is still living. She said this happened 40 something years ago. Um, for her to keep it to herself that long is insane. But at the same time, the trauma that he caused her, it lasted all these decades. So it's insane that people can do wrongdoing to children, and then years later, they might not even get prosecuted for it. I think that she's doing the right thing by talking about it now, but I think it's a little too late when it comes
It
down
gets deeper.
to.
It gets so deep. I want y'all to check this out. That's why I brought it to you. So this is what
Mm,
makes us separates us from everyone else. So September Virgo says the body tells you, listen within. Um, Sarah says, but when you're a child, you don't. Okay, you don't feel all that. September Virgo says fear kept her quiet.
right, she was definitely fearful because she was in a special needs class, right? She was disabled, right? So that means the parents, if the parents would have even found out or thought about it, that he would have ended up locked up. But depending on what state she was in, it depending on how long he would even spend time in jail. And he already had said what he would do to her if she was to tell. So it to me, it's just an unfortunate situation she went through.
Okay. Okay. Engaging. When you're a child, you don't know. No, no. It's not the same. You don't get butterflies and all that. No. Um, well, you're right.
Right? You don't
I
get
didn't
all
get
of
it. I
that
didn't
because
get the butterfly
you're
feeling
still
until I was like 14, 15.
But you're still in your brain ain't even fully developed at that age. So you're only going to what you're told at a certain age. Like around 12, 13, you're still not even in the I know phase yet. still in that I'm listening to adults telling me what to do.
Right.
So I think that
What up,
this
Dub Dilla?
situation is just
What up,
messed
gang?
up because she kept it to herself for so many years. Now I want to know if this person is still living. I
Well,
really
that's what
do.
we're gonna get into. You want to go ahead and continue this? The gang ready?
Yeah, sure,
You ready?
sure.
This gets deep, Diamond. This gets deep, and I'm glad that what we covered earlier can definitely show what we are as a channel. So let's go ahead and rock.
He said that nobody's gonna believe me because I'm a black little girl.
Did y'all hear that? Oh, we got you, didn't we? He said that no one is going to believe her because she's a black little girl. Oh, you thought this was happening about a black. Most of y'all thought that this was probably happening, right? Being that it's from Chicago, being the way that she looks, being the way that when she said Chicago, that it's probably a melanated male that was doing this to her, right? Well, the story gets deeper.
Projects, but it wasn't that nice word black. Okay?
What did he say?
He said ain't nobody gonna believe you because you're a little from the projects.
It's so easy to become a podcaster with Riverside.
I told you.
First, go to Riverside
time.
and open an account.
She says those words kept her silent until a near-death experience and questions from her daughter.
I was bleeding at the brain. Then my daughter got sick, and I was like, if I'm dying, he can't do nothing to me. But my daughter needs to know who her people are, who the go-to people are. And then I thought about it. I was like, if he raped me, he gonna do the same thing to her.
In October of 2022, more than 4 decades after she says the abuse began, Nancy filed a report with Chicago police. The incident report states the alleged sexual assault started in 1978 at the former John Farron Elementary School and continued through the summer of 1982, including, she says, inside a closet at Parkman Elementary School.
Nobody never seen it. Nobody never came in his classroom. Nobody never said anything to him. It was like he was not there.
Nancy says she was kicked out of the house at just 16 years old and forced to survive.
I said, he's out of town. And then I had to tell her the story. He did.
Nancy and her daughter wanted answers. She turned to Ancestry.com, hoping to find a relative of Richard Neff. He's the teacher that she says abused her.
Sounds like what we do on this channel. If we want to track you down, we'll go far as going to Ancestry. I will go find your ancestors. Are you listening to me? I will dox your drawers off deep enough to go to find out who your ancestors is, gang. We want your ancestors. We want them. Bro, get him out of here. It makes sense. Now, you want me to keep talking, I'm kicking in your ass. All right, get your ass up out of here. Yeah. We go to ancestors. Let's go, Band-Aid gang.
We decided to call every number. Starting at 7 o'clock in the morning, we would call. 8 o'clock in the morning, we would call. 9 o'clock in the morning, we would call all the way up to 10 o'clock at night. No answer. We finally got one answer, which was his daughter.
What made you realize that the story she was telling you was believable enough for you to drive to Chicago at some point and give up your DNA?
As she was talking and explaining the details, there was one detail that really stood out. And that was the moment that I knew that this happened. And she was talking about when my father would abuse her, he would wear this beige suit jacket on the days that it would happen. And she came to know that that was going to be what happened that day. And my father had this like closet full of brown suit jackets, and I always hated the color brown. And my father was a very methodical person. He ate the same thing every day. He did the same workout every day. He had the same routine. He never deviated. And I just knew from that detail that she was telling me the truth.
That belief became action. For M, she drove more than 1,300 miles from Montana to Chicago to give police her DNA.
I trusted the police to do their job, and they didn't. So I called the, as soon as I heard from Nancy, I got the number of the detective. I called her. I said, I would like to talk to you. I would like to tell you my story. I would like to answer any questions. I would like to be of any help that I can. I'd be happy to give my DNA.
The results answered a question that had lingered for more than 40 years. The DNA report showed a 99.79% probability that M and Nancy's daughter are half-sisters, with the same father, being Richard Neff. And it also led to another allegation.
I think the reason that I feel so close to Nancy is that we were being abused at the same time.
M is alleging she, too, was sexually abused by him and doesn't want to use her birth name.
The memories that I recovered were from ages 1 to 6.
Years after the DNA results, the criminal case has stalled. The question isn't whether science connects them, it's whether the law still can.
Look, we have not only knocked on the door of the Chicago Police Department, but we've given them everything, including DNA samples from Miss Alexander, as well as other family members from the culprit in this case.
Nancy's attorney, Jared Adams, says they've given investigators what they believe is compelling evidence, including DNA.
We're talking 2 years having confirmed, no doubt, 99.9% that she gave birth to a child of a grown man who took advantage of her.
Governor J.B. Pritzker signing HB 2135 in 2019. Illinois eliminated the statute of limitations for many sexual assault cases. It was effective January 1st of 2020. But according to a Chicago police report, prosecutors determined this case could not be charged because the previous statute of limitations had already expired and the new law could not be applied retroactively. We tracked down Richard Neff, now living in North Carolina, now 79 years old. I called him, hoping to give Neff the opportunity to respond to the DNA result.
Hi, Mr. Neff. My name is Tia Ewing. I'm calling with Fox Chicago.
I left a detailed message. He never returned my call.
It's awful and maddening and unfair. I just find that interesting that he found this job on the South Side.
3 women, 1 family, forever changed. 1 DNA test that answered questions only science could. But science can't decide a criminal case. For Nancy, the search for truth is over. The search for justice continues.
What does justice look like to you?
Whew. He should go to jail. I want that justice.
And we have heard from the Chicago Police Department on this story. They tell us this case is deemed exceptionally clear to close, meaning they've identified a suspect, but they can't just go and arrest him. And that's because the Cook County State's Attorney's Office says that this case has passed the statute of limitations, saying because of Illinois law, they can only go as far back to 1986. There's more of their statement on our website, fox32chicago.com. Tia Ewing, Fox Chicago.
Now, I know y'all heard that. This is the type of shit that we do over here. And I'm not going to call it that word. Can we please get them likes up, y'all? Now, we just totally transitioned to some real stuff right now. They just told y'all that this was beyond the statute of limitation on what happened. And it didn't even matter if that woman was a Caucasian woman. And I'm not pointing the finger. That was a very interesting case, and especially spinning from what we just walked from.
But you know what? What's tripping me out is is that Bill Cosby
Yeah.
spent time in jail for something that happened 60 some years ago.
I
It
didn't hear you
depends on the
interrupt.
state.
So, what did you feel about that, Diamond? Was that? I mean, the whole audience was quiet. Everybody listened to what we played. Then, I was watching the numbers and was stuck. So, I mean, it's very interesting.
You know what I think?
Um,
It just brings me back to my childhood because I grew up in Illinois, and you know, remembering old men trying to holler at me, middle aged men trying to talk to me. It's the
and it
same
happens in
thing.
Chicago. You know,
It was
it,
definitely, well, I'm a 80s baby, but just knowing the fact that she was a victim to someone that was supposed to be a teacher, they don't do enough background. They back then they definitely didn't do enough background checks on the people that were allowing around kids. 9 times out of 10, she wasn't the only person that was getting victimized to at that school, which is worse because
yeah,
she wasn't the only one getting violated.
and
But he's
that's why
gonna get
we.
his though.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, God don't make no mistakes, and karma always comes around. And when you get your karma, you know where it came from. So that's definitely gonna come forward. Welcome, sport fans. Sports fans say he saw. I heard about this story. He said that was crazy. Thank you for coming through, sport fan. Hope you subscribe to the channel. He said the fact that his daughter was abused too by him was crazy too. That was the spinoff. And that's what I really put this out for. And I combined the two lives, well, the two stories together in one live stream because I knew that I was gonna get a reaction. And when it comes to those type of subjects with the Nolan, when you start talking about Donald Trump, you get a lot of racist people. You get a lot of people when they should not react because they don't know you. Um, the world has so many different angles and so many different turns. We don't know each other. We just on here typing, and we state opinions and things, and it's so easy for me to see ignorance in a person from the way they type.
And you
But
know what? And the fact that the daughter came to try to help her find
yes,
out. So she
beautiful.
knowing the fact that she was victimized as well, she
Yes,
just looked at it. Okay, she's another victim. She went through the same thing I went through, so she can relate to me. So them two probably became close and very good friends.
and then you know what?
The daughter that she had,
Yes,
I'm pretty sure that them two are all three of them are very close. I'm pretty sure because if you
and
look at it, that she probably definitely don't want nothing to do with their father. So
when you
he's
look at
in a
the
whole nother state.
abbreviation, when you look at the abbreviation of our name, we beat you, but we call ourselves Band Aid Gang. Why did I choose that name? Because I want to come heal people. I want to patch that wound up. We all be wounded. We Band Aid Gang. What's the abbreviation? BAG. 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 Band Aid Gang. It's a lot of wounded people, and that's what we come to do. And I stand on that. I'm not, really caring about if I can reach a few people, that's all I want to do. If I can give somebody a gym and they can take it, that's all. You know what I'm saying? So it's that I want to walk that thin line. I don't care about the broad one. I know what I do when I get on here. I love the people that's in my rotation. I want to make my mark. I just try to make an example on why I build. I don't tear nothing
But
down over here, y'all. We build.
right,
So
and
anything that you
let
see
me
me
say
and Diamond
this.
and Dr. E, go ahead, sis.
Right,
My
right.
bad.
Let me say this real quick, not to cut you off, but
It's cool.
the fact that we are going through this even more now today with there was a gentleman that went to see Congress and showed the whole state of the whole America was lit up with red from different PCs looking up child essay material.
Right.
and they was not even being investigated. That was just in 6 months. The whole thing was red, and only a few was purple, which they were being investigated. You couldn't even see them in the sea of red, of different pings of people looking up this stuff. It starts from the internet, and they just passed a law
Absolutely.
where they can no longer, in certain states too, they just passed a law in certain states where they can't use cyber child essay material. And
Say that one more
overwhelmingly it
time,
was like,
Diamond. Say that one more time so the audience. I want you to make sure that resonates and everything. Where does it? I want everybody to listen to what she said. It's very valid.
there was
Diamond,
a
where does it
state,
start from?
it starts from the internet, and it comes from them allowing that type of material to be advertised on the internet. Now, in certain states, they just, well, there was, I believe it's Wisconsin. Don't get me correct. I believe it's Wisconsin, where they just made a law where you can no longer look up that type of material, cyber material of child essay. And like, I think overwhelmingly it was Republicans that voted against the bill
So right,
to
Sarah.
ban it. So my thing is this. I don't want to talk politics too much right
Preach,
now because
girl.
this is just
Preach. Preach, girl.
too much
Preach, girl.
stress
That's why
for
you
me with
up here.
this.
Do your
But
thing. Do
the
your thing,
problem
Diamond.
comes in where if we had a ban on child essay material in all states, we probably wouldn't have so much the problem. But we do have more of a problem where they're saying majority of the child essay victims are their parents, are the abusers. They're
Yep.
saying the
Yep.
abusers are usually the parents.
Yep.
And
And
it is
sometimes the parents don't even know,
overwhelmingly,
Diamond.
right, it's
Sometimes the
over,
parents don't even know that they're abusing the child. You know what I'm saying?
right. Well, and then that's the problem too, that you have so many cases that's happened within the last 10 years. And especially this
True.
last year, solid since this current administration's got in there, they have made it acceptable for this stuff to occur because they feel like, oh, well, if I do it, I'm not going to get any real time. They're not going to get any real consequences. So this has been rampant in the last year or so of cases, people getting locked up back to back to back to back for the same type of crimes. And it's
I
not
agree.
just no regular positions. This is elite positions, um, sergeants, judges, lawyers, uh, major firm CEOs. They're getting arrested currently right now for messing with or looking up child essay material. So this has been going on rampant for years, decades, but it's now
Which goes
becoming
back to the
well
Epstein
known
files, but
now.
let's not talk about that. They watching me. Which goes back to the Epstein files.
No, what were you saying now?
Which goes back to the Epstein files. You know,
Well, right, we're not going to talk about. That's why I said I don't want to talk about that right
they
now.
keep
But what
fucking.
I
They
just
they,
would
they
like
keep
to
trying to
let
stop our channel. We
right,
do
I
too
just want
much.
us to link this situation that just occurred to this little girl at school with what's going on currently today. You can't even trust your teachers. You can't trust the babysitters anymore, females or males. So you gotta be very cautious of when you have children or who you have around them, and that's the main focus. But I'm
Would you
just saying,
recommend home
currently we
studies?
have
Would you
a
recommend
real bad
what are you
problem.
versus? So do you think that home studies would be even better than sending them to school?
I mean, if one of the parents could stay home to homeschool the kids, it probably would be better for them. I mean, it would kind of
I
isolate
wonder
them a
what it
little
would be
bit.
like if every child had to go to school at home.
But it's isolation, so they wouldn't know how to deal with the real world if they was to be home all the time doing school. They do need to mingle and be around other people, like other nationalities, other races. They do need that diversity because when they go in the real world, they're not going to know how to act. So in a way, homeschooling is good, and in some ways, homeschooling is bad. But in this situation, Chicago public schools, like I said, back then, I know it's a little stricter now, but back then, they didn't really have regulations on who they hired to be teachers, and they didn't do thorough background checks to see if maybe this man has been in trouble for some type of crime like this before. We don't know what type of background checks they did for teachers at the time when she was growing up.
Diamond, you know what? You killed it. You're a beast. Boy, I know how to pick them. Boy, I know how to pick them. Did good. Great commentary, Diamond. You nailed it. Very professional. I got to say. I'm glad I'm on your team. I'm on your team. I'm gonna engage with the last two comments before we get ready to close out. We had 2 hours in. God is good. We went 2 hours in. Great live, everybody. Make sure again. I want everybody to get their memberships. Please get your memberships. I'm not gonna let you down. Get your memberships. It's only like what
Right.
$5 a month, and I will be doing lives that's exclusive for you. But every time I do a live, I can do it behind the scenes because they were trying to sabotage my channel, y'all. They took our monetize. We just got our monetize back, and they took it for nothing because we was doing them all type of ways on Trump. 50,000, 20,000 views, 18,000 views, 9,000, 12,000 views. They said, "Oh, they know too much. Let's take their channel away." And they told us to go change some of our content, and they might give it back. We just got it back because they know we are detectives over here, and we do it different. So we left them alone. Yeah. So, you know, we had touched some shit that nobody's seen for the new people that's in here. Just know you in good hands with Allstate. Yeah, Band-Aid gang. I'm gonna read this. We're about to engage Diamond. It says, it's not just the men that's doing this. It's women. Could be teenagers, anybody looking for money in this terrible economy.
So
But
in other words, you're saying that they're doing things for money. They're selling off their kids. Is that what you're alluding to?
that's kind of how I took it. Let's go on because we got two more. We had our at our okay. It says, but it doesn't mean the voters supports the voters are trying to repair the country. Oh, that's right up Diamond's alley. Um, but it's not now. Diamond, this might touch Diamond, but it's not a Republican thing. It's a people thing. It is people doing this to each other. I agree. We've been saying that. Yes, it's not a
Yeah, it's a
Republican or
people thing,
Democratic thing.
but we will say that is a certain group that has really been ramping up on getting arrested for crimes. Now, it might, in your eyes, might seem like it's not just a one party issue. It probably isn't a one party issue in a way, but I'm gonna say in the last year. I'm gonna give you a homework assignment. Go online and look up the last year. Like how many cases have been where people have been arrested. Where do they lean the most to? This is a homework assignment. Next time we come on live, I hope to see you, Sarah. Come back, come back and tell me what you found. And you will see what I'm talking about. Just for the last
Okay.
year.
Oh yeah, you know we coming on tomorrow. Yeah. We coming on tomorrow. And what we talking about, you still gonna fall in love with what we talk about. Because everything we talk about, y'all, they gonna be like, Sarah, you go come in. We discussing the Mo 3 situation. We've been on the Mo 3. The trial coming up. Excuse me, August 24th. It's gonna be lit. I got an exclusive live coming up. I got a members only, so get your memberships, y'all. Yeah, we were. Kamikaze, where the hell you been at? Hey, you know Kamikaze been rocking shows, Diamond Gang.
Oh, really? I didn't even
He
know.
just
I'm gonna have
popped
to
up in the
check you
chat.
out,
He over
boy.
there rocking shows with this smart
I'm gonna
ass.
have to
Hey,
check
y'all
you out, man.
subscribe to Kamikaze right there, y'all. If you want, look, we got 17 in the building. Subscribe to this guy right here. I can't have him on my channel. Now, I love him on my channel. But that motherfucker right there, gang, Kamikaze is the link. I want to talk a little shit. I'll make me. Can you come up, Kama? Can you come up? Let me let these people know how smart your ass is and what they dealing with over here. I'm about to drop the link.
And by the way, this lady on the screen in the red dress looks amazing. I just had to say that, even though this is a sad situation, the dress
Dang, Diamond, you
eats
all up in
down.
that lady dress. Why
The
you all in
dress
that
eats
lady's skirt?
down. The dress eats down. I keep looking at it. I'm sorry. You know, red sometimes
Damn,
flatters
Diamond,
other
you ain't
people.
supposed to be letting these people know all that. I'm on the come in the horizontal. Come on the horizontal. I dropped the link. See where it's at. We let comment. Please, y'all, subscribe to my gang. Kamikaze, we been let y'all know how smart we be getting in trouble on YouTube.
Right, and Kamikaze, we would love to have you up here. I'm just gonna zoom in on that picture of her when she was in grade school. The look
Oh,
she had in that photo. If you zoom in, you can see she looks like she
yes.
didn't want to be there. Like
Yes.
she was
It was a
she.
lot going
You
on. You
could
just
just
don't believe
look
it.
at her face and
Yes.
tell she did not want to be there. She was there because she had to be there. If you look at the photo, you guys can zoom in on it. She looked like she was a very
Yeah.
smart kid. She struggled
Yeah.
in things, but you can tell that she didn't want to be there. I mean, I'm just
And
off the
you know,
pictures that we see.
a lot of children struggle because of a lot of things that's going on at home. Okay, Kamikaze. So y'all think about it. Kamikaze
Right.
said to link it, but when you got a child that is struggling, stop blaming that child. Blame your goddamn self. That's just what it
Especially if
is.
they're 12, 13 years old. I don't care how you slice it. A grown adult messing with a minor of that age, it's no excuses at all,
No,
period. But
no, not over here
you
on the
know,
Band-Aid Gang channel. You will not get a Band-Aid over here with that bullshit. You will not get a Band-Aid. Trying to come over here. Oh, I just think it. No, we know you did it. You did that shit to that child. We gonna hold your ass accountable over here. We gonna check up on you. Yeah, yeah. Did I mention that? I almost left that part out. We really do this shit over here.
oh,
Uh
and by
oh.
the, ooh, I was about to say something. Let me shut up. I was about to say something.
What?
I was gonna say
Kamikaze's in
something.
the
Band-Aid
building.
gang. What up,
What's
Band-Aid
up,
gang?
Dre?
Diamond, what's up?
Hey,
What's up, Diamond?
what's going on?
What's
What's
going on,
going
y'all?
on, Kamikaze?
It's your world. We
I
in it,
mean,
man.
We
listen,
in the
I've
Z
What's going
zone.
on?
We in the Z zone.
been digging and researching and trying to get some things done, but I lost somebody that I've known for quite a few years yesterday morning. His
Mm-hmm.
wife found him passed away at like 10:30, 11 o'clock in the afternoon, and he had a heart
What?
attack and renal kidney failure, and he
Oh man, I'm going through that right now, bro.
basically
Yeah,
it
my
was
son.
from the let's just say what happened in 2020. It's an injury from that thing that was pushed on a lot of elderly people. So um yeah, I've been helping their family deal with that shit and trying to do some other
As we
things over
should.
there to help them out. And
As we should.
you know how that goes, man. just kind of sitting there thinking about it, because just 3 days ago I was sitting there talking with the old man, you know what I mean? And I called him Cool
Sorry
Breeze
to
because
hear that,
he pulled up in
Kamikaze.
that Mach 1 Mustang, that pretty ass cobalt blue with the carbon fiber hood and the carbon fiber trunk with the freaking badass Borla exhaust, and that thing was mean, son. That old man was 85 years old, switching gears on the floor, dude, bringing it sideways like he was drifting it everywhere he went, man. That old guy, I never met an old man that could drive. Oh, man. But, yeah, so anyway, I've been researching and putting plant videos up there trying to show y'all what's going on about how God gave us every tender seed-bearing plant and herb to use, and it ain't using it as witchcraft to be just kind of hanging in your house because it's pretty. It just kind of protects, you know, it does its thing by nature. And like my videos are just getting hammered, dude. They're getting shadow banned like hell. I got over 80 subscribers to my channel now. I had 590 subscribers, and I woke up the following morning down to like 82 subscribers. I was like, how's that happen?
But that
I was like,
happens.
wow.
That happens for you to
I'm
go.
like,
They got to make it hard for you, gang.
You know what? I got a
let them
question
make
for
it
you
hard.
real
Let them
quick.
make it hard. I love when they make it hard. You feel me?
I
I
got a
love it.
question for you real quick. The
Kamikaze
Anakis,
Diamond got a question for you, gang.
the
What's up?
Anakis, am I saying it right? The
We're talking about
Anakis,
the Anunnaki. We're talking about the
Anunnakis.
Anunnaki. And the actual
Yes.
Anunnaki terminology, real quick, Diamond. I'll explain
Mm.
something real quick. When you're studying the Anunnaki, I want you to look up John Smith. He was the first ancient Assyriologist who actually translated the first Sumerian tablets that were uncovered along with the Dead Sea Scrolls. And he did it with the help of a young Syrian gentleman. And he was the first person 55 years before Zechariah Sitchin, the guy that supposedly claimed the fame to translate the text,
Yes, he was a
actually
Jew, wasn't he?
translated it.
Wasn't he Israel? He was a Jew.
Yep, Zechariah
He
Sitchin
ran
was a
across my
Jew, and he was
timeline
also
last night.
connected.
He ran
And
across my
listen to this,
timeline
though.
last night.
Okay, but listen to this. He was also connected with the people that wrote the Diary of Anne Frank, who were also Jewish and put it out as propaganda. And I'm sure all of you know the Diary of Anne Frank because a lot of us had to read it in
Yeah,
school.
we all had to
Yes, we all
learn it
had
in
to read it in
school.
school.
But we also know that the books that was taught to us in school, the textbooks were owned also by the by Jews.
Of course. Of course. Think
So
about it. 50 years before, almost 60 years before Hitler became into power in Germany, there was all this crap all over New York papers, all over the world papers about how there was a big war coming and the Jews were going to lose millions and millions of people. And this is before Hitler even came into power. This 50 years, 60 years prior to Hitler coming into power. And then all of a sudden it's like, and seeing how the things work out for us, the translations, the TV shows, The Simpsons, how they put it in front of us. And think about it. Kids are a portal to the most powerful things and the most God's awesome creation, right? And they're innocent.
Right.
So when they see things that are magic and they laugh at it, they give it
God,
power.
you know, fools and kids.
And they give it power. And when the kids give it power, it talks it into fruition. And that's why future events happen the way they do, because it's magic.
Absolutely.
They're putting it out there, and then the kids laugh about it and speak on it as it's good. And because they don't know any better and their innocence, they're pushing that magical manifestation into existence in the future events.
right. Okay, so let's not go too deep into that because we don't want to have no
Let's go.
episode.
I want to go deep. I got my.
Because we just got our channel good. No, we don't want to go too far.
Listen,
go too far.
The reason I wanted to clarify the whole thing with John Smith and Zechariah Sitchin and Big Bro brought it up, you know what I'm saying, that Sitchin was Jewish and that it was part of propaganda being pushed. Now, Zechariah Sitchin couldn't even receive credit for translating all the tablets because, during the Gulf War, they actually raided Iraq and went in there and got a bunch of the tablets that they found in the museum. And they went and supposedly took over some technology that Saddam Hussein had a hold of, because they always said that Saddam Hussein was King Nebuchadnezzar reincarnated in the flesh. And we all know that reincarnation is real and that the Catholics removed it from the Bible and they hid it. There's an interview. And if there's more people that catch this video, I hope somebody can find it because I've been trying to find it. I had it. And when they wiped one of my devices, they took the video. It was Pope John Paul. And I can't remember which one he was, but he was on his deathbed. And it was a confessional, and he came right out and said, look, man, we lied to you about the whole religion thing. We lied to you about God. We lied to you about Jesus. We lied to you about the devil. We lied about everything. But I want to come clean and clear my conscience while I'm dying, because if there is a God, I don't want to be pissed off. I'm trying to make sure everybody knows the truth. And then, like, you know what I'm saying? The video was out for a while and it disappeared. But it was a real video. Like, the dude was on his deathbed making a confessional, because they take all the confessionals from all the popes and they catalog them. The popes all do a deathbed confessional. It's mandatory. That's the white pope and the black pope both do that. But with the Anunnaki translations, the Anunnaki was not actually the race of beings. It's an introductory message. Anunnaki means we come from the serpent, not the mother, because the word ki in ancient Sumerian means mother.
Well,
Anu
who is the
means we come
tall being?
Diamond, track him, Diamond.
Listen, when Anu, you got Anu, not Ki, okay? Now, Anu means of the serpent or coming anew, visitors of the serpent energy coming anew, coming abroad, coming from afar, coming to you, coming here as a visitor. And then not Ki, meaning not of the mother. So when you translate it and put it backwards to forwards, because all of the language on our planet is spoken backwards to forwards, except for Mandarin Chinese and English. Every other language is spoken backwards to forwards. Now, if you look at ancient Sumerian text and you look at the languages at the fall of Babel, the scrambling of the languages, there are 11 key words in every language on our planet that tie into the original language of Babel, okay? Now, the fall of the Tower of Babel, there were two towers, the Solomon Brother Towers, aka the Twin Towers. You had Atlantis and Lemuria. The Atlantis fell and Lemuria fell, and it was taken over by the quote-unquote serpent being visitors that fell from heaven and were locked under the firmament. Now, when the Tower of Babel was built, the Tower of Babel was actually the Tower of Atlantis and the Tower of Lemuria, the two libraries. They collected all of the infinite knowledge and wisdom of the world and brought it to these towers to produce it and bring it to God and say, look, we figured it all out. We're building this tower because we're coming back to the heavens, because you're going to let us back because we found it all. And then God supposedly, quote unquote, struck the tower down and scrambled the languages. And the reason they did that was to put fear. That's when they created religion, because they scrambled the languages and took key words and subset languages, and they separated us and scrambled the languages. But when you look at Plains Indian language and you look at Japanese, there's a group of individuals that live in northern Japan that are the original Japanese descendants. They're called the Ai people. It's AI is how it's spelled. They are white Nordic looking people with the slanted Japanese looking eyes, and they have blondish hair. They have ancient tattooed symbols all over their faces, including the women who are married. There's less than 2,000 of them left, and their language is only spoken. It's not written ever. It's only tattooed on the skin of those in the family line. They're just like a group of individuals called the Eridani people. There were 8,000 of them here on Earth at one point, and they either disappeared and blended in with society, or they were wiped out. And the Eridani come from the star system of Eridanus, which was a second secular, powerful star system according to the ancient Hindu Veda text, and according to the Bhagavad Gita, and a bunch of the other ancient stuff that I've been like reading and digging into studying. But it all comes down to the fact that the Anu, they established themselves after the fall. When they fell, you have to remember, there were 200 giant craters on our planet right now. You can go back and count them. How many angels fell to Earth? 200. Now think about this. A third of the heavens fell with them, giving a total of 6,000, okay? Now, remember this, 6,200. And a third of the angels fell. Now, mind you, there are 200 extremely volatile poisonous snakes on the planet, and their words and key roots of their base of language of those poisonous snakes go back to the names of fallen angels and fallen deities and demons, and part of their minions that fell. Now understand, there are a total of over 400 poisonous snakes that can harm you, but only 200 of them are vile and evil enough to kill you. There are 6,000 snake species on the planet. The same amount of snakes that fell from heaven, a third of the heavens. Now, mind you, God put the serpent to crawl on his belly under the firmament until he could learn to commingle and cohabitate with his brothers and sisters. And in the book of Leviticus, along with the emerald tablets of Thoth and several other ancient Veda texts, it all comes back to Creator God, not the actual.
Stop, Kamikaze. They trying to fuck with the channel. Diamond, we finna play them. We gonna play them like they playing us. Diamond, say something.
Okay, I'm sorry,
No,
YouTube.
it's all good.
No.
I'm sorry.
They trying to make you stutter. You're trying to make your channel.
Have one
it's like you
question.
fluttering because you was spitting that gem.
Right.
I see what they doing.
It's okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to tell too much truth, Mr. Lucifer. Please don't hate me.
You always bring us that wisdom when you come on our channel. But I have a quick question for you. I was wondering to know who those tall white people is with the blonde hair and the pasty white face that they.
You talking about the Palladians?
Are you talking about the Palladians or the Palladians? The Palladians?
Those are listen. You have the Palladians, but you have different Branch Davidians of the Galactic Palladians. The Galactic
those are with the
Palladians.
red robes, right?
No, there's two different branches. Okay, the red robes are the ones that are the Aryan Palladians. Those are the ones that the Germans were seeking out because they were backtracking their ancestral lineage through the stars. And there's a whole big freaking to-do about that behind the scenes. And like a whole bunch of people have been researching that, and they've been like tracking like part of the Fourth Reich since they were using the Hanabu craft and stuff, since they got the Die Glocke working, which was actually a power supply. They keep telling everybody it's a time travel device, but it's actually a power cell for a spaceship. But I digress. I mean, our whole solar system is actually a basis for an entire self-replicating energy source, because if you look at all of our planets, you have the sun in the middle. Each one of our planets represents a heavy metal, mineral, or material, but it also is named after a god or goddess or fallen angel. When you take those minerals and materials and you stack them inside of a vacuum chamber and hit them with a bunch of fucking electricity, what happens? It produces plasma and it glows. The sun. You look at the ancient symbols in Egypt, it's got the glass steel with the serpent inside of it, and it looks like it's giving off light. That's mercury. Mercury is a low vibrational frequency heavy metal that when hit with electricity creates plasma. When you seal it inside of a vacuum tube and hit it with electricity, that's why they have mercury vapor bulbs, mercury vapor light bulbs, which street lights are.
Why were they, I'm sorry not to cut you off, but why were they
No,
saying
you're
something
good.
about they came here to search for gold to protect their planet? I mean, where they came from.
That's what happened, because they
Understanding.
gold because, go ahead.
No, go ahead, bro.
Well, the goal basically was to protect their solar system. It was their planet. They needed like a projection. Gold is a what is it again? It's a you got me.
No, you're good. You're still there.
It was a shield to keep their planet from to destroying their planet. It's a conductor. Okay, that's what it was basically. And
yeah, gold.
That's when they
gold
came,
is a conductor for the
and they
atmosphere.
made us slaves to actually mine gold. So we did the mining. They made us slaves, but they also made different. It wasn't. I don't want to get that deep because you can't feed a baby steak. It's like they didn't make. They failed a couple of times to make us. You know what I'm saying? So when they found the perfect way to make us, because they failed a lot of times to try to make a human being.
They failed a bunch of times because Lilith couldn't conceive in the garden, and when Lilith couldn't,
a lot of people don't know about Lilith.
But when Lilith couldn't conceive in the garden,
created by these beings.
Yes.
They put Adam to sleep and took his penis bone and added Lilith's feminine DNA with Adam's penis bone and created the first human female, because it was mostly made from Adam's genes, but it took the female genome away from the reptilian genome. You have to remember when Adam had Lilith and they had their first child, Cain was born, and Cain had blue-green scaly skin and looked reptilian. He took on his mother's lower body traits. And when Adam and Eve had Abel, Abel was born looking human. He looked just like a human, like Adam and Eve. And he sought favor of the gods, and Cain became jealous because Cain was reptilian and Abel was human. That's the separation. That's the separation of the soul between man and himself. Because you have to understand, and what I'm finding in research is the Palladians actually helped the reptilians create humanity. They helped the Anu create humanity as subsected slaves. But they did it because they need to feed from our blood, because they don't make adrenaline and they don't make other chemicals that's in adrenalized human blood. And because the Palladians were being hunted by the Dracos when they got locked under the firmament, the Palladians and the Dracos agreed under the confederated terms to create human beings so they could feed from us. So that it would be an agreement that they would have subjugated slaves that would mine and work in the toils and do whatever. And you have to remember in the stories beforehand, Christ came and pulled us from the mines on several times. Christ didn't come here just once. He came here several times and pulled us from the darkness, from the mines. And you have to remember, there are mines that are over 380,000 years old that are right underneath y'all feet, right there by Lake Superior. And they stretch for hundreds of miles in any direction. And all the copper from the Bronze Age, when you test it, it was all mined from under Lake Superior. Wait a minute now. There hasn't been anybody in the United States for 250 to 300,000 years except for some Native Americans. 250 to 250, or let's say 2,500 to 3,000 other than Native Americans. So how the hell did they got copper mines that are over 328,000 years old in the Lake Superior? What are they not telling us? How long were we working as slaves? And when Christ came back, or the beings that gave us the enlightenment initially that engulfed our DNA, because you have to remember, the curse of Osiris is in all of our blood. And that's why when they feed from us, that's the curse of the unicorn. They have to continue to feed from us, or they live a cursed life, a half-life, and they die a horrible death. Once they start doing chrome, they got to keep doing that shit. There's no stopping it. Or you see all these stars that are like losing their beauty in like 3 months, and then they start looking like the goddamn crypt keeper. That's why. They don't get their chrome, they got to go. It's like Lord Voldemort. J.K. Rowling told the world in Harry Potter, if you actually look at Harry Potter and read and watch Harry Potter, and then go back at the very beginning of the Truth Movement and start watching all the videos over again, and actually watch Harry Potter and see exactly how she lays it out, and how the occult kids are allowed to start practicing magic when they're 12. They can sacrifice their first person. They can do it in public. They can actually go out and manifest money. Look at Kevin Gates' little girl talking about how she manifested some shit and dumped her little sister on her head in an interview. And he's like, shh, don't talk about that. He got a witch in the background that handles his kids, teaching them witchcraft and all that shit.
Hold on, Kamikaze, Diamond Gang. We were supposed to been off of here. I want everybody to do the replay game because we rock the show. Kamikaze, I need to ask you a question. I need you to answer one question that's in the comment section, because we got to engage. Again, chat. Everybody in my chat, the people that just came in, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe.
Like, subscribe, and share, man. Like, subscribe, and share, man.
Everything that you have discussed. And somebody said, now, this is simple. Jonathan said, show me Lilith in the Bible.
Lilith isn't in the original Bible that was removed by the Vatican. You have to actually read the Quran. And the Quran has many, 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 many documented parts of the Bible.
See? I was just about to say the Quran is way
everyone knows about Lilith.
The Magi were the ancient keepers and the watchers of all of the knowledge on the planet, and the last registered Magi was murdered back in 2016. He was announced dead in 2017. And those were the original universal record keepers for all of the Muslim culture. The Magi were actually the watchers of all ancient knowledge and wisdom. They're the ones that oversaw seeing all of the sealings of the Buddhist and Hindu libraries that they found just recently. They were the ones that were actually there to help seal those and bury that shit. That's vault and shit that the Vatican's been trying to find for years.
I just got a real question.
Stop right there, Diamond.
Okay, all right.
No. You know I love you because these people don't understand what they're dealing with. Kamikaze.
Yes,
Can
sir.
we have a study Monday? Because I'm
A
booked.
steady Monday, like coming up.
Yeah,
Because
we don't
Let
want
me
to hear the fact that
let me see. Let me see what I got going on. I don't think
Bible
I
ain't
got
real.
anything going on Monday. Let me
it ain't
double
gotta
check,
be
and I
Monday. We
will
can
get up with
talk
you
behind the
tomorrow.
scenes and I will set the live up. But I'm booked for this whole week.
No, I know you busy as hell. You're trying to run and grind this last couple months out.
Yeah, because not but I'm not gonna let you sit up here and say these couple of months. Like, I mean, I got some lives that's lined up, but I want to do a members only and let the people. And Diamond's interested.
Yeah, right. That'd be the safest bet.
Right, salute. What's going on, gang? The
Right.
bounce.
I
What's
just
up with the
wanted to
dude right
know
there?
about
Hold on, hold
the
on, hold on, hold on,
tall
hold on.
beings.
My dude, the bounce up in here. What's up, bounce? Now, anybody, when it comes to this golf sector, I've been watching this man right here. I want everybody to subscribe to his channel. This man right here, I watch him every morning. Sometimes I don't get no sleep. Now y'all know how I am, Diamond. Y'all know I rock shows. Y'all know how
Hey,
I am.
he know
Now
he know D
I
still
say a
swimming,
little
right?
bit in the Kamikaze. I say a little bit. Everybody subscribe. Y'all see I highlighted it. Subscribe to his channel. This
Hey,
man has
he know
broke the Mo 3
he know
case.
he know the good news about D still swimming, right?
Yeah, but look. I didn't let him know where, I'm from the dark. Not that I didn't want to. It was that I saw my dude Stan G on his channel. I've had Stan G on my channel. This guy right
Yeah.
here is the GOAT. And I love it when their numbers are just right there and they have that potential. And it's like he has it. He's the GOAT. Diamond, you remember when we was fucking with Onan, right?
Yeah,
He's
unfortunately.
not Onan. No, he's definitely he's not Onan.
Yeah,
Got that
unfortunately.
fire though. He got that fire. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? So, but I listen to this guy all night. He probably don't even know it. He keeps it coming. I want everybody to subscribe to him. But as I fucks with him in a long way. But let's get back up to what we're talking about. Kamikaze, salute to
Yes,
you,
sir.
Bounce. I'm glad you came to the channel, man. I appreciate you,
he is
bro.
so full of knowledge. Like, you really should be a professor or something. I'm
Well,
not gonna
man,
lie.
I
Like, you
appreciate
should
you
be
too,
trying to
gang.
teach some
When I
classes
saw Stan
and,
G over
pay
there
them to
today,
come see you for sure.
when I saw Stan G
No
over
lie.
there
People
today,
will probably
I
pay
said
to
he
come
got it.
see Kamikaze. You know
Well,
what I'm saying?
I talked to Kamikaze on the back end, gang. I talked to him on the back end. Kamikaze say I booted myself out. Sorry, bro. It's all good. Just come back. But if he don't come back, I want everybody to subscribe to the channel right here. I'm gonna highlight it. If I got any mods in here, September Virgo, please put this. Everybody got popped. Damn. That means we see how YouTube do me. They try to sabotage my channel. Cause I kick niggas in the ass. Now here it is, gang. We ain't got to live like this. Kamikaze, come back. Y'all come back to my channel tomorrow. I'll drop it in. Diamond just came back. I'll drop his link. But again, you can't feed a baby steak. So we gonna have to bite that shit up and give it to you slow. This is the
I like my
reason.
steak really well done.
Well, damn, Diamond, you see how they be knocking us off? Every time we drop gems, they knock us off. They try to take our channel.
Always. They always are gonna do that because you know how it goes. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the
There it
day,
is.
we
It's
always gonna
highlighted
have
right there.
different
Y'all
people
hit.
and different vibes up here. Every time we come on this live, it's different, y'all. It's
Diamond, we
never the
supposed to be off about
same.
30 minutes ago, gang. 30
It's
minutes ago,
never
we
the
supposed to be
same.
off. 30 minutes. But once we get the vibrating on that frequency, y'all, we just can't
Yep.
stop. I'm
Like
full of
and
knowledge. I
share
love giving
this
people
channel,
knowledge.
y'all. Like and
We
share
want
this
her.
channel, y'all. We
We
definitely
want
about
her.
to we definitely about to eventually have more than just this channel jumping. Know that. It's in the
That part.
works.
But we ain't gonna hold y'all. We've been on for 2 hours and 30 minutes. Man, I you know what I'm saying? The vibrations was high. Remember, y'all, it's too much hate in the world, so we gonna spread love. I got this Band-Aid right up here, y'all, because all the wounded people, we're here to heal. We can't heal everybody. We ain't trying to heal a mass of people. Because the mass of people are not gonna really understand. Overstand it. We overstanding over here, gang. We overstand it. It's not about the masses of people. It's about the ones that need it, because the ones that's gonna capture it, it's gonna spread. And at this point, y'all, we gotta be mindful of the people that surround us. We showed y'all today. We got on this live. We had so many people come in today on the live, right? They came in all the black. We had a guy say blacks. Now I had to kick him in the ass. Boy, I kick you in your motherfucking ass. Knock your drawers straight off. We knocked his drawers off. I love them when they come in here thinking, and then guess what happened, Diamond? Kamikaze came in. He said, oh, you got white friends? I got Japanese friends.
Yes, we got all nationalities
Yeah,
up in
see,
this joint.
disrespect them a chat.
People
I let them
don't
come over here and
know.
disrespect. Come over here
People
and
don't
talk their
know. We
shit because they
vibe
got
with
lips.
everybody. We
Oh,
vibe
I'm
with
just going,
everybody.
right. But I got white friends. And I hate to see people come over here when we start doing them all type of ways, when they try to take my channel, because I was kicking Donald Trump, Diamond and me and Dr. E kicking Donald Trump in the ass. Oh, we're going to take your monetization. Yeah. We went through that. We went through far as every time I got on this motherfucking, every time I got on YouTube, they was knock my channel down. Y'all ain't got that deep, have you? We went all Zorro Ranch. Who brought y'all Zorro Ranch? We did. Who the one that first told y'all that Tom Ford had a goddamn house next to Zorro Ranch in New Mexico? We did. Who did that? I'll wait. Why you think I've been off you? Yeah. We brought you Zorro Ranch. Diamond, did we not bring the people Zorro Ranch?
We sure did. We sure did. And right now, currently,
Zorro Ranch?
the federal government don't want Zorro Ranch investigated.
Tom Ford. We connected Tom Ford with that Zorro Ranch. We the one that showed y'all how close the houses were. We the one that showed you that goddamn it, Oprah Winfrey got a goddamn house in Santa Fe. Why y'all think they took my monetization away? Why you think every time I got on YouTube, every time I started talking, my YouTube started fluttering? They take my channel down. Then they try to demonetize me. Then I had to spin off on them. Because I don't drop nothing but facts. I will get all in your motherfucking business. I will get all in your fucking business. I love exposing these demons. I expose these demons. Do your research. God damn it, let me tell you what I had to do. Everybody that's over here rocking with me right now. I went and I deleted. How many videos, Diamond? I deleted about 20 videos to get my demonetization back, my monetized back. They took my channel. And guess what YouTube told me? We'll give you your YouTube. You need to delete some videos. And I'm like, what? They usually let you know what video you need to delete. But we was on Epstein ass so goddamn bad. I had 20,000 views, 40,000 views, 30,000 views. And I just started deleting them. I deleted them. I came back for my appeal. On the 15th, they gave my channel back. But YouTube didn't let me know what videos that needed to be edited and changed. They just wanted us to stop talking about it. Who put 4 people in the cookie shop? Who put 4 people in the cookie shop? I'm the one that had Raven on our channel. The Band-Aid gang. Who the one that broke the Dolph case? Who the one that showed y'all 4 people in that cookie shop when Raven came to the channel. Band-Aid gang. Who the one that got Raven changing her story? Band-Aid gang. We did that. Huh? I went to the cookie shop. I went to Cascada. I talked to the man down there. I went to Cascada in Memphis. I put boots on the motherfucking ground. Tell me. Why? I'm the one that chose to lay off that goddamn cookie shop in Memphis. We know. I got the videos, gang. We break shit. I ain't gotta let everybody know. I ain't gotta let my right hand know what my left hand doing. I ain't up on here trying to brag. Because I ain't trying to get, yeah. We do that shit. I don't give a fuck about that beefing on the internet and doxing and all that shit. I've been there, done that. I like to break cases. I like to investigate. I could bring you some shit right now that I'm putting on my members only. I'm finna show y'all. I'm finna show y'all about that Mo 3 shit. Yeah. Because I broke it down all the way down. I'm looking for the big fish. That's what I want. Yeah, I want that big fish. That's the one I want. So that's why we move different over here. That's why we got kamikazes. That's why we got diamonds. That's why we got trolls. That's why we got love. That's why we got hate. Come with the territory. I'm built for this shit. But I stay on the move like Tom Cruise. We do you all type of ways. All type of ways. I ain't got to live like this. Ain't none of y'all got to live like this. These people come up on my channel. They try to sabotage my channel. They try to come in here and say this and that. Somebody just said, lower your base. Nigga, boy, this is why I love, this how I sound. This is why they love me. Because I sound like this, gang. You're not going to take my swag away, nigga. I'll give you some swag. What you talking about? What you talking about? Don't never let no motherfucker try to turn your frequency down. You can't turn me down. I know, man, you can't turn me down. What I am today, why I got so many people that support me, I ain't changing a motherfucking thing. But my clothes. And sometimes I wear them for 2 or 3 days in the goddamn wall. I'm a grinder. Real grinders wear their clothes for 2 or 3 days. You ain't got no money if you don't wear your clothes for 2 or 3 days, nigga. I'm a real street nigga, huh? I wear my clothes for 2 or 3 days, nigga. I don't sleep. And the only motherfucker that I run from and been scared of is the landlord. And the only motherfucker I trust is the calculator. I said, damn, Band-Aid gang. Let's get this bag, y'all. Now, what you want me to do? I hold the remote to the algorithm. I got the remote to the algorithm. I decide if I want to turn this motherfucker up or turn it down. Make a choice. Ain't none of them people over in that goddamn chat over there talking because they got typing because they got fingertips, got to live like this. Y'all ain't got to live like that. Y'all ain't got to be fooled by these people on this motherfucking YouTube, on the red app. You going to hell. You ain't going to hell. Before I sit there and look at that goddamn red app, I said, boy, goddamn, what y'all see on that red app? Nothing but drama. But you keep coming back like a dope fiend. I'm going to go back over there to that red app. But every time you look on this YouTube app, right, It ain't no Band-Aid over there. It's a couple people that's woke. It's a couple people that's woke that know the signs and symbols are for the conscious mind. Because remember, signs and symbols are for the conscious mind. Some of you people don't even know how to follow the signs and symbols. I don't have to talk. I follow signs and symbols because I am conscious. Yeah, you talk about, oh, you turn it down, dude. Man, fuck you, nigga. We ain't got to live like that over here. So you can subscribe. You can leave. I don't give a fuck if you come back or not. Because it ain't going to stop my money. Yeah, you ain't going to stop none of my money, nigga. You ain't going to stop nothing. If Diamond called me, Dub, I need it, I got you. If I call Diamond, I'm hurting for certain. I got you, Dub. But what would you not finna do is count us out. And what you not finna do is stop us from helping people. What you not finna do is try to call us a liar. What we not finna do on this channel is bring you false information. That's it. I didn't come here to be your friend, bro.
Big facts.
Because I don't know none of you motherfuckers. All I ask you to do is hit the like button. Every now and then, if you like me, hit the cash app. And if you hit the cash app, you ain't did nothing but keep me here longer. You keep coming back like a dope fiend. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that when somebody, you know what I'm talking about? You keep coming back. But damn, motivate me sometimes. Hit the goddamn 50 cents. Give me a quarter, 25 cents. If a nigga gave me 25 cents, that's going to make me feel happy. And I got way more money than that. I'm a truck driver. I be on the West Coast. I be all through all types of different time zones.
Hey, Dub, these comments is crazy. They like,
I love
Diamond,
it. I love
Diamond,
it.
speak. Look, I let Dub talk because Dub is good at what he does. Okay,
and I'm crazy.
Sometimes I don't need to say anything. This
crazy,
alone is our channel. You will see if you stay in tune with us and you subscribe to our channel and you pay attention when we come on these lives. You will know that Dove is Dove, Diamond is Diamond. You will see and you will understand us. It takes a minute, but hey, you'll understand.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, I don't want no donations all the time. I just want your participation. That's it. Just, I ain't trying to destroy nobody, gang. Y'all gotta understand. Like when I got people up here like Kamikaze, some of y'all didn't even understand the language that he was talking. Some of y'all didn't even understand because y'all not understanding that the distraction, and a lot of these things coming from where I come from, the people that schooled me to the game, you know what I'm saying? I used to hang around a lot of college kids, a lot of conscious brothers, and a lot of the things that I learned when I was young is now starting to come to manifest now I've got older. So why should I doubt it when I've seen these things way before they happen? Because the Most High put me around these people, so when I got to this point where I'm at now, this shit is so easy for me to do, but I sound weird to some of you other people. It's okay. I don't mind being a weirdo. But some of the things that I'm going to say is going to resonate in your brain, and later you're going to figure it out. It's just a part of life. And that's how I go. I don't want to tarry too long, but I love this shit. I wasn't even going to get on today.
They gonna realize it. They gonna realize it. You see how we was just talking about serious stuff, then we got into another topic of very serious stuff. We switch it up in here. We are unpredictable, man. We unpredictable.
Thank you,
and that's
Diamond.
the good part about our channel. We're unpredictable. You'll never know what you're gonna hear when you come on our channel. Okay?
That part. In that
we can
order.
be talking about long toenails. We can be talking about So we can be talking about. We can talk about anything. Like, you don't know. We might be talking about,
Yeah.
hey, this lady's toenails too long.
I'm just thankful for all y'all. I can't do it, and I ain't gonna even lie, y'all. Y'all be getting me pumped up. Y'all be getting me hyped up. What Stan G say? Get them likes up. Get me hyped up, y'all. So when I do see my chat, when I do see my numbers, when I do see people listening and sticking around, man, that just motivate me, man. No matter how much I pipe up, But I want to always teach a lesson because it's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? So, never mind me. Just the content that we bring to y'all, just pay attention to it. I'm gonna do my best to break it down. We haven't been on YouTube I haven't been on this app for about maybe a month now, but I'm glad we did a live the other day. What we cracked about 2,700 off a live we haven't been on in a while. Like I said, we control this algorithm shit. We know how to do it, but at the same time, I just want to be strategic from this point on to what we put out. I do want to mix my content. I do want to upload videos. It's a lot I want to do because a lot of you guys don't know that I do film music videos. I do all of that, but I'm a truck driver, so I only have a certain amount of time to give you this content. But I've only got 3 months left, and I won't be doing this no more. And me and Diamond are putting everything into this Band-Aid gang, into this bag right here.
Yes, sir. And eventually we're gonna have merch. Eventually we're gonna have our TikTok
Everything.
going for sure. And we're gonna possibly get us an X. I'm, Twitter fingers.
And I am working on a movie, y'all. But we gonna keep that. You know what I'm saying? It's a
Oh,
lot
we gonna
going on
keep that
behind
on
this
the
movie. So, real boots on the ground. But I don't want to hold y'all. I know it's getting late. We've been on here for 2 hours and 50 minutes. Diamond, I thank you for your time. I thank you for tapping in. Love you. Thank you for doing everything that you do for the channel. Dr. E is not here today. Kamikaze, thank you for coming through. I'll get with you on the back end. Everybody that's over in the chat, I want to thank my mod, September Virgo, my general, MFD, my mom for coming through. We couldn't get her up. Everybody that participated in the chat, I'm sorry I couldn't. We got people talking about
right.
Solomon in here. But look, y'all.
And happy Friday, y'all. Happy Friday.
So everybody that's
Have a
not
good day.
subscribed, please subscribe because y'all heard me talking to Kamikaze about that. So we're definitely going to break down the science, but that's going to be a members only. So please get your members only, and then you'll be able to hear Kamikaze and I and Diamond and Dr. E really go full throttle. So I'm going to talk to him and pay attention to my timeline. I got some upcoming videos, live streams, and I do have a membership only coming up. I haven't looked right now, but it should be like in 2 days. But I'm going to set this live stream up for Kamikaze. So y'all just become a member and support the channel. Show love. Thank you, Kamikaze, for coming through and liking post to. Hey, y'all, remember, I know it get hard out here, but we all going through the same thing together, and it's called life. Shout out to my boy Dre OG. I love that saying, and I keep it in my words. So you know what I'm saying. Peace and love to y'all. Stay blessed, never stress.
Real quick, Dev. Y'all need to go and check out Cardi B. Just came out with a new song, y'all. I know it's off topic, but Aha just came out today, this morning, and it's fire. So you gotta check it up on YouTube.
I said, damn. Band-Aid gang. What's up? What up, Reed? What up, Reed? We got Reed in the chat. What's up, for real? What up, Reed? We got y'all subscribe to Reed the Prophet, man. He be having me dying laughing. Y'all subscribe to Reed, man. I try to spread love the best I can, man. And remember, be glad you're above the ground instead of under it. I'm C-Dub, Mr. I ain't said a word, but you know what I'm saying. And I said, damn. Peace and love to y'all, everybody. Sorry for taking up your time. I hope you enjoyed the live, but it was very diverse. So just replay gang. I hope that goes strong. Peace and love to y'all. Thank y'all for supporting us. We really need y'all, and I hope y'all need us. Peace and love, y'all. Kings and queens, thank y'all. Sub up, and y'all be able to see more of this shit all the time. And we out. Peace.